We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you some breaking news. There's been reports all over the area of something crazy going on, something big. People's homes, their minds even, are being taken over by something called, what is it they're calling it? They're calling it Bad Movie Debate.
What up, nerds? It's me, Jacob Babb, for Bad Movie Debate, and we're here to do something a little different than normal. We're still going to be debating, but it's going to be a little different than we normally do here. I have Brett Boone with me. Say what up.
Hey, what up? What up?
Hello. Things have changed around here since last you were on.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, but we got you back finally.
Thanks, man.
Okay, so no, thank you for being here. Okay, so today we're talking about Tom Hanks' Big. Because how did you approach me about this? Because we were talking about it. You were like, it was more or less, you were like, so Sam and I watched this classic movie the other day, and I don't get it. I don't get why people are like, oh yeah, it's a banger, it's a classic, it's like a staple and stuff. And you were like, huh?
Well, so it was, I guess, a little background first. I had never seen this movie in the past, and went my whole life growing up, like, didn't know about it, didn't realize it was like a big Tom Hanks breakout film, you know. And we just watched it like one weekend, and I saw bits and pieces of it, and I was like, okay, this looks like I kind of see how people would like this, you know, but I really wasn't paying attention. So we decided to rewatch it, like sat down and give it like a proper,
like give it a good look.
Exactly, give it like a proper watch. And some things stuck out to me. I'm just gonna say that some things stuck out to me for sure.
That's one way to put it. Yeah,
I definitely understand why it's like a beloved movie.
Yeah,
you know, there's a lot of things to get into about why it would be. Tom Hanks is great. He's really
absolutely
good in
incredible.
It. He's really good in
incredible.
it.
To an extent. I actually have some issues, but we'll get to it.
Yeah, we'll dive into that for sure.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of good in it for sure.
Yeah,
and I agree with that. Yeah, I rewatched it today, a mere 4 hours ago.
Okay, so it's very fresh.
Very fresh. Yeah, I don't know, because we talked about it at the Super Bowl, and we were like, we're gonna do this episode and stuff, and I was kind of thinking about the stuff you were saying, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, okay. Like, I kind of, because I watched it forever ago.
Yeah. Well, for people who don't know,
yeah.
Do you want to tell me? I have the blurb if you want to read it.
Oh yeah, go for it. I
mean, so if anyone hasn't seen Big,
yeah,
starring Tom Hanks, the blurb is 12-year-old Josh Baskin is tired of waiting to grow up. After making a wish on a mysterious carnival machine, he wakes up the next morning in the body of a 30-year-old man, Tom Hanks. Forced to navigate the real world of New York City, Josh lands a dream job at a toy company and loves all the freedoms of being a grown-up. But as the pressures of adulthood mount, he realizes that being big isn't all fun and games.
Whoa. It's the title.
With his childhood slipping away, Josh must make a choice. Keep his new life or go back to being a kid before it's too late. So, good idea. Good idea, you know.
Wise, like, the premise is there.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. Like,
it's a good movie. I really like the premise of it. It's mainly about, not losing your imagination, as a kid. It's about
growing up too fast.
Like, Tom Hanks he's a kid in an adult body, and so he's living the world through that, and like he's obviously seeing it through the eyes of a kid, so he sees all this wonder that adults don't see because they lose all of that.
So he's perfect to be a VP of development at a toy company.
Yeah, I don't know,
because he knows how to play with toys.
I don't know, like, if we want how we want to go like step by step on like how like the scenes go.
Yeah, I don't know. Before we do that,
I'd love to get into.
I want to get
the pacing of this movie is crazy.
The pacing of this movie is insane. We're not gonna do a top 5 or anything like we normally do here. We're not gonna do a good quote, bad quote, because there's not a lot of bad quotes from critics on Rotten Tomatoes, because Rotten Tomatoes critic score 98%.
It's pretty high. It's pretty high.
Audience 82.
Okay.
There's some people with you.
Okay.
I looked through some of the it's
18,
like all audience, like not like just like anybody like you or me, like who could just go in there and like type up a review and stuff. And there were some like 3-star ones in there that were like
Film sucked.
There was one,
Movie sucked, dude.
There was a couple that were just like that were like sucks. Like
Sucks,
that
man.
was it, which was great. But then there was one that on there that was like, this movie made me feel weird. 3 stars. And I was like,
I think it was me. I might have
Was it
written
you?
that. I might have written that one.
Which is a valid response. IMDb 7.3, which
Okay.
people who listen, they know
It's a C.
IMDb is almost always, no matter what movie, between 6.0
Why is that?
and 7.0.
Why is it always lower? Is there a reason for that?
It's always that. I mean, this movie is 7.3.
It's just
So this
always
broke
like an average.
This broke the ceiling.
The threshold.
Yeah, it broke
threshold,
through
okay.
to get past the 7.0. But I've done movies that are like well below, well above, like on IMDb and stuff, but like
Mhm.
90% of the time they're always between 6 and 7.
That seems weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which is weird.
because I've noticed that with Rotten Tomatoes. Is like you go on there and you'll see obviously like some absolute hits and they're all really high.
Mm-hmm.
But anytime you Google something and it's like, ooh, man, it's like middling. It's
Yeah,
always like a
IMDb
middling
It's
score.
always mid for IMDb, unless it's like a classic, like Big for some reason. And then Letterboxd, which I think is the true heart of it, 3.6
It's out of 5.
out of 5. Yeah, 3.6 out of 5, which I think is probably more accurate
Okay.
and stuff, because that's all the youngins are on Letterboxd. So this is mostly younger people.
Is that what the
watching
youngins
it.
are using? Letterboxd.
Yeah, Letterboxd is where most millennials and Gen Z are
okay.
reviewing their movies these days. And stuff,
Interesting.
not IMDb. So like the 7.3, that's coming from older millennial Gen X and stuff. And then Rotten Tomatoes is, anybody and everybody.
Is Rotten Tomatoes like? Oh, is that like old? Is that like?
I would say that's mostly
boomer
Gen X, like some
movies now?
millennial and stuff. And then that's where they make it very easy to find like the critics score. There's a reason why they're a reference. Like the tomato meter reveal for a new movie is like a big deal, like and stuff to like get
'Cause it's
people
supposed
in
to be like a
theaters and stuff.
Critic.
Yeah, exactly. Because
Okay.
like all the like New York Times, LA Times, Chicago, whatever paper they have there,
Mhm.
like all those reviews like go on there
Okay.
and stuff and,
Okay.
and everything. So
So that's pretty good. Those are pretty
but
decent
3.6
scores.
on
then.
Letterboxd I think makes sense. Out of
Okay.
5. I'm like better than average, but is it almost a 10 out of 10 and 98 out of 100? I don't know.
I mean, that's like a perfect film.
That's
I
almost a
don't
perfect
know.
film.
I don't know if it's gonna land there.
And I don't know about that for this one. So let's see. Where do we? Let's go back to the pacing.
Okay.
Let's go because
so
the
I
pacing
think
of everything.
maybe we can we'll start kind of going through like what happens some of the and like or how the scenes are going. That starts off with Josh, who's this 13-year-old kid.
No, he's 12 because he has.
That's right.
Because he has a
Yes.
birthday.
And I think that's important. That's
Which
a really
is
good point because
it's an
another,
important plot point
It's another important
for this movie
for a couple reasons, but so it starts with him being 12, and it's like it starts with like his family, like they're already like moving stuff around in his house, and he's already at the beginning you could tell like he's frustrated because he's younger. He doesn't have as much freedom. He kind of has to make sacrifices, being a kid and whatnot.
He's playing that sick ass fucking game though.
He's playing a very
that
cool
game seems sick as
text-based
fucking
game,
like TTRPG on his computer.
It's very cool.
And I was like, damn, I want that.
It was on. I do like that it stopped.
Regardless.
It did start with like the classic, kid doing something, and then like mom being like, "Come on, hurry up!" And he's like, "All right, hold on," and it is like keeps doing it, and then like. So it opened up, I really liked the opening and everything. But then, as it moves on, you meet Billy, who's Josh's best friend.
I have a lot to say about Billy.
Billy's the man.
Yeah.
Billy's the man.
He's the man.
I think that's I have in here in my handy dandy notes. Billy is a way more interesting character than Josh, by the way.
If this happened to Billy, he would have been gone. And he would have just been an adult.
Dude, he would 100%. And he would have been fine.
He would have been fine. He wouldn't have any of these struggles.
Billy's an adult already.
He's already an adult.
It needs to be so.
Which,
that's
again, I think is part of the reason why I'm like, I'm not a big fan of like children being written as adults. Like, and I get that, like, you know, it's
Like there are that happens.
it's
That
the,
that
it's the 80s,
that
you know,
does,
it's
but
late
like
80s. They're latchkey kids, you
yeah,
know,
yes, yeah.
like he can literally be like, oh yeah, like I can just skip school and then say I'm on the basketball team, and then like as long as I'm home before dark, you know, like
Mom and dad don't care.
mom and dad won't care
Yeah,
if I
yeah.
come home, like it's fine and stuff. So I know it was different. It was a different generation and like different like form of being raised, but like the fact that he's the one that's like, we're gonna go to every arcade, we're gonna go to every video game. Like he's so smart
Dude,
about
it's
the approach.
it's crazy.
Once he like believes him and stuff.
And it's
like,
almost it's almost like from the get-go, it's like Billy is almost running everything in his family.
yes,
So when I explained earlier, the movie starts off with like Josh in his room, and all of a sudden his parents come in and like, oh, you're sharing, you know, we're moving your little sister into your room.
Yeah.
I can't remember why. They're
Yeah,
they're doing something.
some innocuous reason.
And it's like, he's like, why? He's like, well, you know, you make sacrifices for family, and it's really, you know, it's like, you know, it's really cute and it means
Yeah.
something, and it's like you can tell his parents really care, and they're kind of like these like
Mhm.
hovering protective parents.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then almost right after that, it cuts to Billy's family, and it's literally a scene of them at the dinner table, and she's just chewing the family out.
Yeah.
And she's like, no one else ever helps me around here. I work 8 hours a day and I'll do this. While she's saying this, Billy is literally making the food.
Yep.
He's cleaning stuff up. He's like
Yep.
pulling stuff out of the oven, like setting the table. He's like full up Cinderella. Like
he's full blown being an adult.
He's
Yeah,
being an
like-
adult, like handling everything. And then while his mom's complaining that no one ever helps and
Mhm.
so you're just like, wow, this sucks. Like this kid's
Yeah.
got a crazy like house life, and he's doing all this stuff.
Exactly.
And then yeah, like you said, there's so many other things in the movie like where he's able to walk through like New York City by himself.
He
and
literally is like
he's able to
when he
find the
goes-
machine, like all these other things that
when
we'll
he
get
goes,
to.
Again, it'd been a long time since I'd seen the movie, but like when the moment I knew I remembered like that Billy is the true adult of this entire movie / the moral compass of the entire movie for Josh, for Tom Hanks' character, is when he gets him some of his dad's clothes. And it's like, we have to go to New York City to figure it out and stuff. He gets his dad clothes, and then he pulls out like $100 bill or whatever, like money. He's like, where'd you get this? He's like, my dad's sock drawer. And he was like, isn't that only for emergencies? He's like, what is this?
Yeah.
He's like, what are we
like,
doing?
All right.
And
Yeah,
it's like,
that's actually
yes,
a good point.
He is being so like, yes, you steal your dad's sock drawer money in a situation like
You have been
this.
cursed and you have been put into an adult body.
Yeah.
This is an emergency.
And I'm believing you. And I'm believing you
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you were able, which that was another thing.
So do we
What's
want to like say like where like how he like becomes an adult? Like
oh yeah,
everything,
we should
like-
probably do that. But I want to
Okay.
come back to his intro, how he convinces Billy that he is Josh and stuff is ridiculous.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yes. Let's go into that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that because
So-
it is because that scene's really good and
It's
like really
interesting, yeah.
ominous, and then it doesn't get any more ominous the entire time. I was like, this could have been like a horror movie almost.
It
Like the way
al-
it's shot like that, it was like, this is cool.
I could almost
Like-
see it being like, you know, people like alter like movies or TV shows to like be like a different genre.
Yeah, you can
know?
like edit it into.
I
something
feel like
else,
I could
yeah.
see someone doing that kind of with something like this.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But it starts with the family goes to like a carnival.
Yeah.
There's this huge carnival that
Pop-up
goes on.
carnival.
Pop-up carnival, you know,
Important that it's a pop up. Yeah.
that they all go to. Like Josh goes to with his family. And while they're there, Josh wants to go on a ride because he sees his crush there.
Oh yeah, his
And-
crush that is recently not interested in her most recent.
Recently, yeah, she just
like, oh, he's in. Billy says he's in. on the
That's right.
walkie-talkie.
Yeah,
He's
that's
like-
right.
He's like, I did some research, some recon. You're in, bro. You
Billy-
Billy, talk to her, bro.
because Billy's
Billy-
connected to everybody.
Billy is the fucking man.
Billy's the
dude.
best
He's
wingman.
the hero of this movie.
So
dude.
yeah, that's right. The night before, they're talking like on their because they have walkie talkies. And
yeah,
they-
very Stranger Things coded, where they're
very-
like walkie-talkie neighbors, like and stuff. which
Yeah,
is
they
lit.
they were able to they do it like every night. And they were like talking, and he was like, "Yeah, I found out. Turns out she's not into him. I think she's into you.
Yeah.
She's gonna be at the fair." So fast forward to that scene. He sees her there, and he's like, "Oh, all right, now's my chance." Mom, Dad, leave me. I'm gonna go. I need to go do this by myself. I'm gonna go ride a ride.
Real quick, I will say, is the most adult thing he does the entire movie. Josh, the character, is everything is. He's like, no, I think I need to do this on my own.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
the most adult thing he does.
Weirdly,
was the second most adult thing he does the entire movie. I guess I should say. And we'll get to it. But being like, no, I can do. They're like, you want someone to come with you? It's scary and stuff. He's like, yeah, no, I think I should do this myself.
Like, I gotta do this.
So you can go chat up this girl, and it's like that's an adult decision.
Yeah.
Then every other decision he makes after that is a child.
And it's
we'll get more into
really funny because like, so he goes up there and he's just like totally, just like eating balls. Like he's like he's just literally saying yes to everything. Like she's like,
fumbling the bag.
She's like, oh, he's like, have you ridden this? He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah. He's like, oh, and then like his parents are like there, like embarrassing him, and then
taking a picture and waving at him. Like, hey,
and then all of a sudden it turns out his crush is there with another friend, another Derek.
With Derek.
And it was really funny the way she introduces him because she's like, oh yeah, this is Derek. He can drive. Like he drives. Like that's how old. That's how cool and old he is, dude. He can drive,
too, dude. I was like, what a weird random fact to give Josh in this moment.
But
he's like a foot taller. He's obviously older, and he's just like he drives.
But I kind of get it because I feel like when you're a kid and you like, oh, someone's able to drive a car. Yeah, that's an adult.
It instantly
that's
cool,
an adult.
Instantly an adult. Like as a form of like true freedom where you can get in the car and drive.
Yeah. So his his crush is talking to a real guy.
A big.
So that's humiliating. And then he's getting humiliated, and then so they're about to get up to like ride the ride. God, and this scene was rough. This scene was rough, dude, because they get up there and he's about to get on, and the carny like is like, hey, you can't get on there. You're too short. He's not meeting like the height requirement. And it's like in front of his crush and everyone else. And he was just like, it's like embarrassing. So
and he tells him to go on like the kiddie ride.
Yeah, dude.
He's like, why don't you go hit the kiddie ride instead?
What a
and it's
dick.
just like, I was like, wow.
Why can't you just?
You just be like, hey man, sorry. Like maybe
dude,
next
year.
Hey, maybe next time. Like can't make it. So he's like, go hit the kiddie rides instead.
Get out of here, Junior.
Exactly. Like, fucking carnies, man. No offense to carnies, but
I mean, well,
he hit him pretty hard.
No need to drag him like that.
Yeah, no need to absolutely drag him like that.
He gets absolutely humiliated. And just kind of like goes to, he's got to go like walk it off, like clear the air. And while he's walking around the carnival, he finds this one machine, kind of like far off, kind of
way
like
off in a corner,
a little bit off in the distance from like the carnival, but it's like kind of lit up still, and you can kind of see it, and it kind of looks like one of those. It's one of those like fortune telling machines.
Yeah, one of those old school fortune telling machines, or like the love machine. It's called Zoltar machine.
Zoltar,
but like it's like those old love machines where it's like you and like your partner would like put your hand on it and stuff, and it would like you like grab them, and it would like rate like how in love you are and stuff. Like
it would scam you. It would
scammy bullshit. You put a quarter in, you lose your quarter. Somebody makes millions of dollars off it every year.
Yeah, what a
like
genius.
Some scammy bullshit. Oh yeah, I wish I could get away with something like that.
It's
so good though. Yeah,
it is awesome.
Like this moment,
it is pretty cool, and it's a cool scene, and he finds it, and it's
very sorry to interrupt again. It's very Goosebumps the way this scene plays out.
This
like before this is pre Goosebumps, but it's very Goosebumps like just in this one moment.
I could feel this does feel almost something taken right out of like a Goosebumps, kind of like Halloween spooky story.
Yeah, exactly. Like a kid spooky story.
Are You Afraid of the Dark? Kind of one of those things.
Exactly.
So
this is a movie for kids.
This is a movie for kids. So he goes up there, and it says on there, insert a quarter and then make a wish. There's along something.
Yeah, if you get the quarter into Zoltar's mouth because it's going like,
it's not just that's right.
bah.
It's not
you have to
just
like time it and do all this shit. There's a game to it.
Yeah, which is kind of fun. So if
Yeah.
you miss your quarter, is that just you just don't even get a
You
wish?
don't get to you don't get to get your wish. You have to put another quarter and try again, kind of a thing.
I guess it's since it's a wish machine, 25 cents isn't that bad.
25 cents to make a wish,
it's
yeah, and
pretty
apparently it works.
And apparently it works.
Yeah, because he literally says, "I wish I was big."
So
That's all he says.
That was the thing. What he says, "I wish I were big," and he puts the quarter in, makes it, and then it gives him the card, and it says, "Your wish is granted." Just says that, and it's like, whoa, okay.
At the end of the day,
It's kind of crazy.
That's all the machine is supposed to do is give you a card saying that you won by having your wish granted.
Yeah, it just gives you.
It's not supposed to actually work.
So,
but,
well, it would normally you would be like,
Normally.
okay, it's just a card, whatever. But he like looks down and he sees the power cord is not plugged in.
it's not plugged into
It's like,
anything.
whoa,
Sitting in this weird corner where nobody's around.
nothing's plugged in.
Not plugged in.
It's
but
on. It's functioning. The
it
lights
turned
are on.
No problem.
And it's making noises. So
Doing all the stuff it's about you would expect a machine like this to do when it was plugged in.
immediately, so he walks away and is clearly creeped out.
Yeah,
he's
he's
like,
like,
what?
"Fuck."
As you should be, creeped out. He's like, starts, they get out of there. They go home. It's over. Big storm that night. Very spooky storm. Starts lightning and thundering.
Oh yeah, his sister is crying in that room.
His
She's a
baby sister's crying. Baby sister's crying,
and he's just
he's
unconscious.
He is He's snoozing pretty
Mom
hard.
comes in, takes her out, so she doesn't bother him, Josh.
That's right. Yeah,
and stuff which is important because by the time he wakes up, he's fucking Tom Hanks.
That's a good point. I didn't think about.
Yeah, because if she was in there, the mom would have come in and been like, "Who's this man in this bed?"
Yeah, that's an interesting point.
So it's a good again. There's the script is pretty tight in terms of how the narrative is. It's just the narrative is what is happening.
So
Yeah.
So he makes the wish. Big storm. Wakes up the next morning. He goes over into the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Does the classic
not
medicine
paying attention,
mirror,
opens it
medicine
up.
cabinet mirror, closes it. It's Tom Hanks.
That's fucking Tom Hanks.
That's 30-year-old Tom Hanks.
Who, might I say, way more jacked than I remember. He's not Jack,
good-looking
but
man,
like he's toned.
Oh, for sure.
I was like,
dude.
I do not. When I think of Tom Hanks, I don't think of Tom Hanks looking like that. Even though it's 30-year-old Tom Hanks.
So I'm trying to think of what
just you can see some muscle definition, some abs going.
Yeah,
his
dude.
pecs look good,
This
shoulders
is
look good. I was
prime Tom Hanks.
I was like, damn,
Tom Hanks.
I was like, he looks
Tom
really good in this movie.
Yeah, he was good. He was, obviously young. I don't know if what he was in before this, but
I don't remember when The Burbs is. The
Okay.
Burbs is around this time,
okay.
which is a phenomenal Tom Hanks movie
I
that
hadn't seen that one.
doesn't have any of the weird stuff we're gonna get to in a bit, but is a weird horror comedy. That's
Okay.
so good.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
It's so good. Also, I refuse to watch the new show on Peacock where they made an entire show based off of the movie and stuff, and it's the same concept, but we're gonna make 10 episodes of it. Just watch the fucking OG movie. That's all you need.
No,
It's already
dude.
perfect.
You got to reboot it. And you
No,
got to stretch
you really
it out.
don't. I'm not mad at Keke Palmer. She's the main character. I'm not. I could never be mad at Keke
Make your
Palmer.
money.
It's not her fault.
Yeah,
It's
no,
not her
dude.
fault. I'm sure it's a fun show. The Burbs, the movie, is just already perfect.
I'm sure it was not Keke Palmer's idea
you could
to
make
reboot the series.
you could make the show, as I always say, you can make the show. You can be like, hey, this is basically The Burbs. You don't have to call it The Burbs.
Mhm.
Change it up just enough. It's the same concept.
Just-
You know,
yeah.
there's how many Romeo and Juliet stories are there out there that aren't called Romeo and Juliet?
But
you
are
can
Romeo and Juliet.
recycle and stuff. Just don't. It's when you call it the same thing and then you just extend it out for no reason that bothers me. But anyway,
But how
Keke
are you going
Palmer,
to
it's
get
not your
people
fault. I love you.
interested? How are you going to get people interested if they don't go, oh, it's just like the,
Well, they're
it's just
trying
like
to.
the thing from the old movie.
Okay, quick tangent. What they're trying to do is they're trying to get. It's one of those we're trying to get everybody involved. We're trying to get everybody to watch this thing. We're trying to get
Yeah.
boomers who love The Burbs to watch it because they're like, oh, The Burbs, I love that movie. That movie's fucking awesome. I want to watch that show because I know what The Burbs is. Then you have younger people. It's like Keke Palmer, or our generation, like millennial Gen X, it's like Keke Palmer. We know Keke Palmer, and then that also goes to Gen Z. And it's like, what's The Burbs? Oh, it's this old movie, but it's a TV show on Peacock and stuff. And it's it's funny and modern and hip and stuff, and
Never
they've
even heard of
modernized it and stuff. like, oh yeah, so they're gonna get everybody who has access to a TV wanting to watch
They're
this
going
show.
to try to appeal to everybody.
Trying to appeal to everybody,
and they're going to get
and
nobody.
they're gonna get nobody. Exactly.
They're going to draw nobody.
Exactly. Seems like a good time to plug. The best show on Peacock right now is Ponies with Amelia Clark. It's so fucking good. We'll talk about it. Ponies. Persons of no interest.
Oh, okay.
It's a Cold War spy thriller.
Oh, okay. This
Comedy.
is way cooler than what I was expecting.
It's so good. It's original as fuck. Austin, I just finished it last night. What a fucking cliffhanger. God, please greenlight season 2 right now. We'll talk about it after.
Okay, that sounds cool.
Anyway, tangent over.
Right.
Watch The Burb. He had just done or was about to do The Burb.
This was young Tom Hanks.
Heyday time.
This is whether he did that one before or right after. This is early enough where this is a obviously huge breakout for Tom Hanks. Also, just thing to note here that I did write down, when Josh went to bed, he definitely had all his clothes on. When Tom Hanks wakes up, he's this just seems like an excuse to get this seems like an excuse to get Tom Hanks in some tidy whities.
Yes. Which again, at the time, I don't think anybody was upset about. I wasn't mad about it.
I don't think anybody complained. I just happened to note because I was like, weird. Why did they have? And then I was like, oh, they didn't. So okay.
But here's the thing. When he's in the bathroom and he's like freaking out and stuff and like trying to like what the fuck is happening, it cuts to his mom cleaning up after him in his room, and she picks up his clothes and goes, God, what does he do in his sleep and stuff? Because they're like his pajamas are off and on the floor, and she's like, what is he even doing?
Okay.
Again,
so maybe they might have addressed
it. Is really tight. They address it in just one
barely.
quick sentence and stuff, which. Another quick tangent is something I need modern movies to do. If something's gonna happen, lickety split, or like something like that's gonna happen, it takes
at least have it.
It takes 2 seconds. This movie did it in 2 seconds. Took the baby out of the room. Took
they did cover the tracks.
Had the mom cover it. Like cover your tracks. It's not that hard.
You got to give it to them.
Don't remake this movie. We don't need another one.
They're gonna remake it.
Did we even need?
They're gonna remake
it. Did we even need this one? I don't know.
So, and that's another thing we can get to also about remakes.
Oh God.
Because I mean, we'll get to that in a second. But anyway, so Tom Hanks wakes up, is waking up in the mirror, and all of a sudden he realizes, oh my God, I'm an adult. Tom Hanks really good in this. He was really convincing, like playing it off.
One of my favorite,
it was really funny,
like jokes in this moment, in the entire movie. Because it wasn't as funny as I remembered it being. Like it's obviously a coming of age like comedy, like comedy drama and stuff. I remember laughing at it a lot more when I was a kid than I did today. But one of the things that I did think was really funny was when she's like, Josh, and he goes, yeah, in his new deep voice, and stuff. And then he's like, oh shit. And she's like, do you have a cold? And he's like, oh no, I'm fine. So, and she's like, he's got a cold. I'm gonna get a cold. Sister's gonna. I was like, that's funny. Like him like not realizing that his voice would be deep as
an adult, have an adult voice.
But also, for what happens later. It's kind of problematic, but we'll get to
definitely.
It.
So
it's problematic that he didn't know his voice was going to be that deep as an adult man. So we haven't had the puberty talk.
Really.
With this 12-year-old boy, that's not good for things that happen later in the movie.
So he immediately starts kind of panicking. Sneaks out of the house. Without his mom finding out, and he runs off to that's right, I have it right here. He runs to where the carnival was set up.
Yeah, which is the again smart. He immediately tries to go back.
Which was smart because he immediately was like, "Oh my God, I made a wish." Because I can't remember if he still has the card or not that says
no,
or he just made the connection.
I think he just knew because he was like, "I made a wish to be big, and now I'm big, and stuff." So he very very slapstick 80s comedy style tries to put on his jeans.
He was trying to put on his kid-sized clothes.
Yeah, so he goes, gets some of his dad's clothes, brings his sister downstairs, and just like puts her in a little stroller thing and like yeets her into the kitchen and then runs off and is like, oh, I'm going to school without breakfast, like kind of thing.
Rides his
the bike and goes, smart. And then every decision after that, he's dumb.
I did have something to note here.
okay.
They went to that carnival at night.
During the middle of the week, apparently, because school was happening.
During the middle of the week,
This was on, like, a
and then they had a huge storm, and then they were all packed up and gone by 7:30 the next morning.
So I'll say this.
Because he woke up at 7:30, and then he hauled at least by the 15-20 minutes. So they're packed up and gone by 8.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
So I'm gonna say this. So,
No, do not.
No, I got something. I got something in defense of this. And it's not just suspension of disbelief. You just have to like go with the flow of movies.
It was a magic carnival.
No, it's I can cover these tracks. I can cover these tracks.
You do it for
I
him.
can cover these tracks. So growing up, my dad, barbecue man, the Ridge in Nashville. Check it out, great barbecue. We went to a lot of barbecue competitions around the country, like during the summer and stuff. Like that was our summer vacation, was like going to those, because it'd be like at fairs and stuff, but there'd be like a barbecue competition going on like amongst the fair and stuff. When that shit's over, that shit's packed up and gone, no matter what's happening outside, no matter what the weather conditions are. 2 hours tops, because they gotta get to the next thing.
They gotta go
because they're moving on to the next thing. Because like all the rides and stuff, that shit. Hey, we gotta be set up tomorrow by noon. This has to be done and torn down by midnight.
And they have carnival rides and stuff.
Oh yeah.
No kidding?
That was the first like Ferris wheel I ever went on. Like all of those kind of like typical carnival rides and stuff. First time I ever went. Like not all of them. Some of them were purely just barbecue festivals, and it's like you just go eat and stuff, and like other like music's going on, and then there's a competition going on in the background and stuff. But some were just like full blown like county fair kind of vibe.
And
that's
pretty
hosting
cool.
and stuff. Like that shit is torn down instantly.
And I guess they would have to be pretty quick if they're doing it.
Because like the carnival rides, I believe are please somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I'm actually really interested if somebody would correct me if I'm wrong. I believe the carnival rides, it's not like a guy who just owns it in town. It's part of a company, and you buy out like all of those people. You buy all those rides from one people to rent them, and they tear them down and stuff. And then like the height of summer, it's like nope. And now you tear it down, and you got to go like 20 miles east, and now you're in a different town. So you have to.
It's like a whole circuit.
Yeah, it's like a whole circuit that they do, and so that's how they make all the money and stuff. So it doesn't matter if it's fucking storming outside. That shit gonna be gone instantly. And notice the only thing that's left is a bunch of garbage on the ground, because that is the city's job, and they can deal with that later. So in defense of that, I have personal experience with the quickness of a fair getting thrown up and torn down.
I'll give you that then. I'll give you that. And yeah, so
again, it's a tight script.
It's a tight script. They run a tight shove over there. But anyway, so he goes down there 7:30. Whole carnival's gone.
It's gone.
They're gone. There's nothing left. Machine's gone. Everything. No way he can. Has no answers. Yeah. So he's like, okay, shoot.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I'm gonna go back home.
I'm gonna go to my mom.
I'm gonna go to my mom
because I'm 12 years old.
I'm 12. Yeah. What else would you do? I'm gonna go to mom.
Oh, this poor.
He comes. This
poor woman.
No one has a rougher time in this film than Josh's mom.
I think that's how you started the conversation with me when I saw you when we were first talking about it. You were like, and he just like ruins his mom's life.
Dude, Josh puts his mom through a torturous hell for at least a month. I don't remember if it's longer for a month, but it's at least a month.
It's at least a month. Because when they go to get the forms, it's 6 weeks. Maybe you'll get lucky; it'll be earlier.
Yeah.
And then he writes the note being like, "I should be home within a month."
He's on a phone call with her. He's on a phone call with her.
He writes the note saying,
or he does another.
4 to 6 months,
yeah,
and stuff. Like they let me write a note, and like so I'll be home. I should be home within 4 to 6 months and stuff. So it's somewhere between 4 and 6 weeks.
It's like a month.
And.
So she has a rough time in this movie because she has a tough time because when he gets home, he's immediately he runs in the door, and his mom sees him and immediately is like panicked. She's like, oh my God,
who is this strange
who's this
man?
stranger? And they kind of make it kind of funny because Tom Hanks, he's like, oh, I'm sorry. And he goes outside to take his shoes off because he thinks that's why his mom is freaking out.
Which is
That's
she's
funny.
vacuuming. It's pretty funny. He's a
Yeah,
12-year-old. Like,
that's
it's like
funny.
that makes sense. That
He's-
works.
Mom's
Like,
freaking out because I have my shoes on. So he
Yeah.
goes outside and takes them off. And then he comes back inside and his mom is just like freaking out, you know,
Yeah.
and he's trying to, best way he can to be like, Mom, it's
Mhm.
me, you know, you used to do this for me
yeah,
or
my
whatever.
birthday's November 3rd.
My
I made you this.
Exactly,
Like, you
yeah.
like, you would do this for me. And so do everything you can. And she's just
And she's
freaking like,
out.
every detail he gives.
She's
to
like, just get my
prove-
purse, just get out of
Yeah,
the house.
take my purse, get the fuck out of here. And he's like, what are you talking about, Mom?
And
Like,
all of a sudden, like, she literally she like pulls a knife on him.
Oh,
And
yeah.
she's like, get the hell out of my house. Then he freaks out and he's got to get out of there.
okay,
'cause-
bye. Yeah,
Yeah,
He's like,
because
"I gotta go."
he's got to get out of there. She just thinks he's like a psycho, and he seems like manic and whatnot.
Mhm.
So
So then he goes to school, and
Yeah.
this is where we can get back to my man Billy.
Billy.
So cut to. He's at the school. Cut to Billy. Billy out there playing basketball in PE, and he's not doing a good job. And the coach is letting him know he's not doing a good job. And absolutely disrespecting my boy Billy. And it's like, I want you to do us all a favor and put those basketball. Like, says some shit like that. Gets really
So
disrespected.
disrespectful.
Really disrespected. Exactly. Like it's up. So he goes and do that, and fucking Josh Tom Hanks is hiding in the closet waiting for him to come.
How did he get in this school, by the way, without anybody noticing? I think
Again,
is another
it was
question.
The 80s. Anybody could walk into
you can just walk into
anybody-
schools.
any white man could walk into any building they wanted
Right.
to without any fucking question.
It was a different
100%.
time.
It was a different
It was a
time.
different time.
Yeah. Ugh, scary.
So-
anyway,
So he finds Billy.
yeah, he's like in the like supply closet while he's like going to put like all the basketballs up.
And he like finds him secluded, and he's
Mm-hmm.
like, Billy, it's me, it's Josh, it's your best friend. And of course, Billy freaks out.
Billy, my man.
Yeah, starts
Immediately
going
freaks
ape,
out,
starts
dude.
freaking out on
And I
him.
love him for it
And-
because I was like, yeah, of course. Who's this
Stranger
man
danger,
who
dude.
knows my name?
Stranger
Like,
danger. He caught me at the end of gym
he's
class.
gonna abduct me, and I feel like Billy has like the self-confidence to be like, I'm cute. They would take me.
Oh,
They
yeah.
would come for me. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I
Billy
mean?
knows.
Like,
he
I
knows,
feel like-
he knows how it is out
Like
there.
he knows how it is out there, and he's like, of course they're coming for me. Like I'm not the popular one. Like he's
Yeah.
like, I know they'd come for me. It would take him a couple days. They get a couple days head start. Like he's thought it all through.
He's too smart.
Like he
for this.
knows. He knows.
So
it's
he's
so
trying to
funny.
convince him. He's saying like, same thing with his mom. He's trying to tell him all these stories,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden he gets him by doing their secret.
They're
Not secret, but it's like
not
a
secret.
song they sing. Also,
have-
they kind of have like not like a secret handshake, but they do like a dance kind of thing.
Yeah, it's the. I don't want to sing too much of it because I don't want this episode to get ripped for copyright. But
Isn't
it's
it
like
Nelly or
it's the
something?
like hold on, like shimmy shimmy cocoa puff.
Triscuit and a biscuit.
Yeah,
Mm.
Triscuit, biscuit, like
it's-
that. It's like that vibe. Whatever song that is. Well, maybe it's not shimmy shimmy cocoa puff. That might be the modern remix of it. But that's the origin and stuff. Honestly, we need to. Yeah, you're looking it up. I need to know because it's. Point being, whatever the song is, when
I'm
Brett
trying.
gets
Yeah, I
it-
tried
when
to
Brett-
look. I
when
thought
Brett
this would be
tries to,
faster.
like finds it or whatever. The point being of it is all he does is start singing the song and does their little choreographed dance to it. And then Billy's all in and is like, holy shit, this is Josh. And just fully believes everything he says after that. And I had an issue with that.
Oh, this is. I don't even know. This is a.
It was Triscuit, biscuit. I know there's the shimmy shimmy cocoa puff, but I think that might be the different like remix, like the newer modern remix version of it. Hold
Yeah,
on.
I have no.
Let's see.
I don't know. Like I'm not
Shimmy,
really finding out what
shimmy.
this is. I thought this is something else, but yeah. But so they like that's like their
Okay, no, it
way
is.
to, like,
This is it is shimmy shimmy cocoa pop, often misheard as cocoa puff. A popular children's hand clapping rhyme jump rope song famously featured in the 1988 film Big.
Oh, so is it an actual song or is
It is
just
an
from
actual
the-
song. Yeah, you've never heard that? Like shimmy shimmy. I guess it's cocoa.
I
pop.
thought it was
Shimmy
I
shimmy
that sounds
cocoa
something
pop, give
else.
it to me now. going down, down, baby.
Oh, okay.
Rail.
Yeah. I had definitely heard
Yeah,
that.
it's like and then like
I did not know the lyrics everywhere.
Yeah. But it's that song. So he starts doing that song, and they have like a little dance, like
that's right.
ice cream on top or whatever,
that's right.
and shit. And he like starts, and he's like, Billy's like watching, and he's like, ice cream. And he like starts doing it with him, and he's like, Josh, that really is you. And I'm like, okay, Billy,
That's what did it.
Billy,
That's what did
exactly.
it.
We got you're all good
Too
now.
smart for this, Billy.
You're way too smart for this. The rest of the fucking movie, you're way too smart for this. This is how you get there. Because I'm gonna be okay. As we were briefly talking about before, I'm a fan of true crime. You're telling me a stalker and murderer of children wouldn't, scope out and be like, oh, how can I get close to this kid?
Yeah,
maybe I could
just know something about him.
A secret.
They were doing that. They were doing that dance and song almost every time from their way home from school. So
in the middle of the street,
watching
people are walking around,
you're just watching him.
Multiple cars on the street. Somebody could have been.
I don't know. Yeah, it's not good.
Memorizing. Like, okay, great. I can do that, and he'll trust me.
I don't like the message. There's something to kids where if you just sing them a song they like,
sing them a song and do a little dance that's like kind of like low-key a secret and stuff, they'll believe anything you say.
Then they might actually be your friend.
In this scenario, it worked out because again, this is
it was
comedy.
Actually true.
This isn't a horror comedy. It's a or a comedy drama.
But it could have been.
So it could have been exactly, especially with all the Zoltar stuff. Who knew?
Yeah, it could have gone in any direction.
But that was the only time I was like, Billy, what's going on? What are we doing?
Not in Billy's finest moment. No, also right behind the basketball showing. It was not Billy's best day.
I'll forgive him for being bad at basketball. I'll forgive him. He's
a brains guy.
He's 12. He's a brains
guy.
He's smart. He knows what's going on. He knows how to cook.
He knows how to cook.
He knows how to clean.
Like a full meal for like 8 people. He's like 12 years old.
He knows what's up. Like I'll give him a pass on that. But also like Billy, like you can't just trust anybody who can dance at you in a certain way.
But that's how it's like their secret, thing. So he believes him, and he's like, "Oh my God, it's you!"
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh my God, it's
explain."
You. And thankfully, it is actually him.
And it is that. Thankfully, it is actually him, and he like explains the whole situation to him, and immediately it's like becomes this thing. It's like, "Oh my God, dude! Like you're an adult. Like,
yeah, what the fuck?
What do we do?
What do we
like,
do? Yeah, exactly."
And then this also starts really showing that, dude, I don't know how they set up a lot of this stuff. So obviously they need to, it's like, okay, you can't go home. You can't stay with me. You're an adult.
You can't go home.
We need to find
You've already terrified your mother.
Your mom's terrified.
You can't stay with me because my mother's insane, and also you're an adult man.
That's right. Okay. One more thing before they figure that out. So he hangs out with Billy. They go back to his house. There's police there.
Right. That's right.
There's police there.
No, yeah, it cuts to Billy sneaking out of his house with the clothes from his dad and the money from his dad.
That's right.
And stuff. And the police are already there being like, oh, he might have just run away, or like, oh, no, ransom, no. And so they immediately go to like, he's been kidnapped.
Clearly,
like, he's gone.
Yeah,
like,
clearly there was
and
like.
The strange man is the one who took him and stuff immediately.
They think it's like a kid because he's missing, because
he's straight up missing.
He's missing.
He should have been home by now. He's not.
Yeah.
Because again, latchkey kid situation was definitely like, hey, when you get here and stuff, but also if you're not here by a certain point, you're dead. Like there's a fine. As soon as you cross that threshold, you're dead. Cops are coming in full tilt. Let's go.
So they Josh's parents think that he's been kidnapped or missing. They don't really know kidnapped right now, but he's just missing. And
there's no ransom note.
Josh and Billy have to come up with an idea. They like, you need to find somewhere to stay. Somehow Billy is like, hey, you know what? I found a place. Doing whatever research. I don't know how he knows. Research.
That's not what they do. What happens is, which is so fucking crazy. And I'd written this down because I was like, oh God, like the worst time for them to do that. Well, I guess it's the 70s would have been the worst time for them to do this, but they take a bus to downtown. They Times Square. They get off at Times Square.
They get
and a man
busiest.
A man is
they're from like the suburbs.
From the suburbs.
So from, like,
they're
the suburbs.
from
They
way
go
the fuck out.
downtown.
They go downtown to Times Square in the late 80s.
It starts.
The first thing we hear a man say is I'm a killer. I'm a killer with a knife. I'm a killer. I'm a killer.
I'm a killer with a knife.
I'm a stabber. I'm a killer. And they walk, and he walks by them, and they're just like, oh shit.
Okay.
And then they're walking down the street, trying to figure out what to do. A prostitute is like, hey sweetie, looking for a good time? Talking to Josh, Tom Hanks and stuff, and he's like, no, and stuff. And then like another guy is like, you got some change? And he's like, not really. Like, no. And they just keep walking and stuff. And in Times Square, for the time, it's like St. James like hotel.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
and
that's
right.
Like, yeah.
He's like, what about this place? And he was like, I don't know if I want to stay here. And he's like, it's religious. How can it be?
Okay,
which again,
this
Billy,
is pretty good.
That's
pretty
funny as fuck.
That's pretty funny.
And then they go in, and it's
a shithole.
It's the most terrifying apartment.
Yeah.
When he's crying, I literally wrote down in my notes when he's like,
that was good acting.
The gunshot goes off as he's like trying to like make the bed, and then the Hispanic man is out there screaming on the phone, banging on the walls and stuff and everything. He like moves the thing and stuff, and like he like breaks down and cries in the bed and stuff. I was like amazing. Tom
Actually
Hanks.
Pretty sad.
You're so good, so scary. You have the mind of a 12-year-old. I am actually a 30-year-old man. I would be doing the same thing staying in that hotel. I would be horrified.
Yeah, it'd be awful.
Stay in that.
And when you watch that, you're like, wow, man, I really feel sorry. I feel like I'm watching a kid be really scared.
Exactly. Exactly. He does a really good job.
He's really good.
But also, I would be really scared.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, there's like guns. So yeah, they rent a room, and Billy's like, hey, I got to go home.
He's like, I gotta go home. I'm a latchkey kid.
That's another thing.
It's almost 10 o'clock.
Yeah. By the way, hey, I'm gonna drop you off. Thanks. The person everyone thinks of as an adult. I'm gonna go walk back home.
A child,
New
am
York
going
City.
to walk
See
through
you later.
Times Square at like
dude,
9 o'clock at night.
It's crazy. Like everything.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, he walks home.
Think about that. And
grabs the train,
grabs the bus,
whatever.
Pops off and is like, "Hey, I'm home. I was just at. I made the basketball team."
Yeah. So Tom Hanks.
I know his dad was like. I know Billy's dad was like, I'll let it slide.
Yeah. So yeah,
he was like, I know he didn't make that team.
Josh is having a rough night, like sure, but like Billy's walking home through New York City by himself,
like an adult fucking
like
man,
an adult
confident
man,
as fucking shit. Doing again. If this was Billy, Josh would have been like, God, my friend Billy just disappeared.
Yeah, Billy would have been like great. He would have been like, awesome.
Dude.
This is great.
He'd be president.
Yeah,
he'd be fucking president.
Would have become president.
Hey, we'd probably be better off if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
I will say real quick, we're gonna cut forward real quick. One of the like good things about this movie and like the tight script of it all and stuff is like one of the reasons it's like a classic coming of age, and like the theme of like growing up too fast, like growing up like not being able to have a childhood and stuff, which is more relevant than ever. Is we have that scene where like the gunshot goes off and he's freaking out and stuff that first night, but then we cut to later, a different night, like just like I don't know, maybe like 20 or so minutes later, because eventually he gets that banging ass apartment, because he gets all those. We'll talk about it. If he gets a different apartment that's better, but he's watching like a Western, like eating candy, because apparently all he eats is candy.
He's really
and is like
Buddy the Elf diet.
Exactly,
Buddy the Elf nothing diet. But candy.
And like he's just like sitting there eating candy, like watching a Western and stuff, like on the TV in the shitty motel, and then he turns it off, and like it's like bang 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 on the TV. He turns it off, and then he hears a gunshot outside again, and he just kind of like shrugs it off. And stuff. So it's like a hint to like he's getting used to how serious and bad the world can be, even though he's actually only 12 years old at this point and stuff. And it's like that's a really good moment, like in like the message of the movie of like growing up too fast, like it's like that kind of thing, and like losing innocence, like and stuff like that's really good. And it's like it's one of those one of those things that's like it adds to that 98% like critic score, like it where it's I was like that's really good storytelling, visual storytelling, because it doesn't say a word in either of those scenes. Not a word is spoken, We see how scared he is, and then like week later, he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, it
that's-
happened.
Yeah.
Like, that's just what happens out there, you know. Like anyway, he just goes to bed."
And
It's
you're
like,
right.
That's so good.
And they do kind of pepper that into a couple different, because that's definitely a theme.
Yeah,
is
that's
losing
one of
your
them.
losing your innocence.
Yeah, that's one of the moments.
and
But that was the one that
quickly,
really
and
stuck out. Yeah,
quickly.
like quickly losing. Like that was the one that really stuck out to me
Mhm.
and stuff, because that scene with the I was like, I'd be fucking terrified.
And it was, you know, and they obviously have like, I feel like that was more of kind of like a funny way to do it, because you know, obviously there was a contrast to when he was scared earlier, and then now it's like, you know, it's like, oh, he's hearing guns on his TV show, and then he turns it off. Oh, there's still gunshots outside. And he's like,
he
oh,
literally
that's
like looks
that's
out the
just
same
this-
window, and it was like,
yeah. He's like, oh, that's the city, you
like,
know.
okay, well, time to go to bed.
So it's like kind of funny, you know, but I feel like they do it in more realistic ways too, where, you know,
For sure.
later in the movie, Josh starts getting so absorbed into like his adult
work,
responsibilities
yeah.
that he kind of forgets who he was, you know, as a kid. You
Oh yeah,
know?
the subtlety between like when the way he dresses first day on the job versus the end of the movie.
Yeah,
and
that's a good
looks
point.
he looks just like everybody else.
Mhm.
He looks like all the men that are mad at him for getting promoted so fast,
being
like,
who he was,
and like being who he was and
Yeah.
stuff. And he like how he's dressing the exact same. He shows up to the party in that crazy Liberace
oh
fucking
yeah,
tuxedo because he
that's
thought that would
right.
be fun to wear and stuff, like, and everything. And he's like, oh, it's a real bow tie, like, and stuff. Like, I tied it myself. That's why I'm late. Like he loses all
Yeah.
that and stuff, like, and everything.
So there's some good, there's
yeah.
definitely like some good themes that I think were definitely some of the main things that they wanted to get like the messages across.
Yeah,
you
the
know?
message is clear and it's done very well.
But
But
it goes both ways, and I don't think that they intended it to want to be this way, you know, because it's kind of more of like in retrospect kind of thing.
I'm gonna say I'm shocked this movie was directed by a woman.
I was about to say, yeah.
It was written by a man and a woman, and it was
who's
directed.
the director? Do you know the name?
Penny Marshall, I believe, is Penny something. I believe is Penny Marshall. I'm shocked it was directed by a woman.
Has there been any old news about Miss Penny Marshall lately?
Any
Has
recent
she
news?
been popping up in
Any recent news?
notes or lists?
Any recent news on in February of 2026?
Yeah, just curious. But
That's fucking hilarious.
But
not
know.
as far as I know.
well, we might have to do some research on
Yeah,
that.
I might have to do a quick search.
because that's obviously some of the themes are like innocence lost and you know, being quickly and stuff. So because and you're seeing that throughout the whole movie. Definitely when you see Josh being such a young kid and, you know, still adjusting being an adult, he still has all of it. You know, you feel sorry for him when he's, you know, being terrified as a kid. And
yes, and it's like, oh god, yeah.
And so after that scene, they start kind of brainstorming. You know, he's being, you're an adult. You know, we got to find you a job. You know, trying to figure out, you know, what do we got to do? So they start like job hunting.
Civil engineer. No.
yeah, and they have a fun scene.
That scene's pretty fun.
They're in like a diner and they're just like going through the classifieds, and it's kind of funny because Billy's like reading them out.
Another great moment of Billy being a fucking adult.
Billy knows, yeah, dude. He's just like, yeah, check the classifieds.
He's checking the classifieds, and then he's like, oh, and then Josh is like, oh, can I have your cherry? And he's like, sure. And he like eats it, and then he's like, oh, hey, Billy. And he does.
He's being gross.
Thing.
He's being
and
gross and
Billy,
like playing with his milkshake.
And like the other adult men are like, and they leave and stuff, and Billy's like, gross.
Yeah,
that's gross.
So
like he like accosts him for being so childish in that moment.
And there's definitely probably some symbolism or some sort of message with the way that they portray Josh is very childish, Billy's very adult-like.
Oh yeah.
Josh becomes an adult and is still a child. Billy's still an adult or a child, but is very, you know, it's like they have this contrast.
And it's their upbringing and stuff. Like and Josh had a typical, like a quote unquote typical, like what you would expect, like the American dream, nurtured,
sheltered,
normal, sheltered childhood.
Yeah.
Billy's over there having to make dinner, even though his mom
seems like a tougher.
His mom is definitely drunk and mad that no one helps, even though he's the one making dinner.
Definitely mad.
Definitely mad. Probably drunk.
Probably drunk. Like, it didn't look
good.
Mad
about like and stuff. Yeah, exactly. Like that's a part of like the stuff. Again, all that stuff adds to the 98%.
Yeah.
It all adds
all
to
that little bit. So there's like some cool, like kind of parallels there between them.
Exactly. There's some
or
good
contrast.
Again, it's a tight script.
It is. Yeah, it is.
It's just. Why did we?
So they
they
find a job about, it's like in I can't remember, what did he say, like something about computers. It's like something about he's like in computers, something, and he's like, ooh, computer engineer or
data
something.
entry.
Like a data entry, and he's like, ooh, what is that one? And there's like, some sort of like computer data entry job for like a toy company. And immediately he's like, toy company? Like,
and Billy too is like, toys.
Yeah, so they're both like, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
So they go and
sounds pretty lit.
Start getting they like apply for it, and they like go to the job interviews.
Yeah,
and
he's wearing that bright blue fucking suit.
Oh yeah. Like, he's here so for goofy. It. Yeah, it's like, and then it's fun. And you did say that, like, while he's new to being an adult, like, he's wearing all this childish kind of. Like,
there's so much color and stuff, and especially during the 80s, like,
it's what you think a kid would think, like a fancy
exactly like some color, some pop, some fun and stuff. But like during the 80s, especially like 80s and 90s especially, it was like they're not Wall Street types, but like executive types and stuff. It's plain clothes, like boring and stuff. And like he's against that, like, at first, because he's just like sick as hell. And I will say, when they're like filling out the resume and stuff, that moment's really fucking funny too, because he's like, it's his social security number, and he's like, oh, 32 17 24, and he's like, okay, what is that? And he's like, oh, that's my locker company.
Yeah, my locker company.
He's like, all right.
Yeah.
And then like the other guys filling out the application, and they're like, what's he putting? They're trying to like
peeking over
like all the tests and stuff, and the adult man is like and they're like, oh, okay, and they're like, don't worry about it.
Like,
that shit's funny, dude.
It is.
Like, that's genuinely like that part of the funny, like, stuff. Again, I wasn't
there's
like,
cute humor and stuff, like little,
very good
little things
humor.
like that. And
and then his interview interview is pretty funny too.
So he goes into the interview, and obviously it's funny because it's a child doing an interview, so all the questions are he's like confused, he's answering them, but they're but he's like fumbling his way kind of through the interview, but it's working.
Oh yeah, I love it's like, you're missing a couple numbers on your social security number. 12.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, and
cool.
He just writes that down, and it's like,
he's like, where did you go to or where'd you attend, like, university or something? He's like, George Washington.
Oh, it's called George Washington.
And he's like, he's like, my brother-in-law went to, or whatever. And
he's like, oh, GW, yeah. And it's like he literally went to later. You see, like, when he's like reminiscing and going back and stuff. It's George Washington Junior High.
He's like, oh, did you pledge while you were there? He's like, I pledged every morning. Every morning. And he's like, they're confused.
And I really wish,
like, there's fun dialogue there.
I think that scene would have been better and would have worked for me better if the interviewer, instead of being confused by that, like was confused and then laughed. And it was like, that's good, and then Tom Hanks, like, Josh was confused about why he was confused. I feel like that would have been funnier.
That would have been
because he's just like, okay, like, whatever and stuff. But if he was like,
well, he was it did the it was like the classic, like, it was confusing, and before he had time to respond, Susan. So somebody walks in on the interview.
Problematic Susan.
Susan. Somebody walks in on the interview. This woman, executive woman, and she's just complaining about somebody. She's saying, "Oh, this you've got to fire so and so."
Oh yeah, you have to fire. Yeah, what do you want me to? Where do you want me to put her? On unemployment.
Yeah. I can't even remember what her name. Yeah, Karen. You have to fire Karen. She's awful.
Fire Karen. All she's doing is writing her fucking new name because she's engaged and she's not filing stuff correctly.
Yeah, she's just all this, chewing her out.
Typical, like, assistant bullshit.
Just, like, absolutely bitching out on her,
ruining this woman
in the middle of an interview too.
Yeah, eviscerating this woman.
Who walks in on an interview?
Here's a guy trying to work there.
Yeah,
and stuff, like, regardless of his
very
situation,
unprofessional.
Regardless of Josh's situation, where he's like a child and like, I need to make money. I want to work at a toy company, I guess, and stuff. That was just a normal man which she thinks is a normal man.
Yeah. What are you doing?
You think this guy wants to work here?
What are you doing? Yeah,
he's clearly he's somehow low key nailing the interview, and you're just gonna come in here and fuck all.
You're
And be
just
like,
literally screwing.
I'm not
this
working
up.
there. I'm like, oh, I'm just some fucking scrub. Like,
Yeah.
oh no, I'm out.
You're
Like, I'm not
chewing
working
this up.
here.
Yeah, it's
dude.
crazy. So that's how. And so when that happens, and she's complaining about the position that he's applying for. So it's kind of this like, oh, so the guy's like, oh, perfect. When can you start?
Mhm.
So it kind of like immediately, he's just like immediately hired at this toy place. And
Also say how easy it was to get a job back in the day, huh?
yeah, literally,
Yeah.
what, it just rolled right
you
in,
walk
dude.
in and you just kind of like, hey, yes, and somebody, and
Jobs,
then hey, guess
please.
what? You got a fucking job.
Jobs, please. Thank you.
Yeah, sick, dude.
So he
Anyway.
starts working at this toy store, and as you would imagine, working at a toy, we say toy store. This is a toy corporation.
Yeah, it's
kind of
like it's like Mattel.
Yes,
like, or
yes.
like
This is
Hasbro.
very corporate based on the toy.
They're the ones doing the market research and like make like oh, we gotta come up with the new hot thing that every
what toys do
kid's
kids
gonna want.
like? A lot of market
We
research.
need the next Tickle Me Elmo where people are gonna be beating the shit out of each other to get it for Christmas for their kids. Like that's the toy. Like,
so he's working in that department in that line, and as you'd imagine, being a kid, he provides a very interesting perspective to a lot of these researches, or just what toys are going to be successful. So he starts coming in immediately, and he's just like saying like, oh, none of this, or he has all these like opinions or whatnot.
I do love when he's like first doing the data entry. This is very real. He's first doing the data entry and he's just like flying through it. And then like the guy next to him, the guy
I
next,
should have.
the guy,
John Lovitz, by the way. Yeah, I love
John
it that
Lovitz leans over and is like, hey. He's like, what? And he's like, slow the fuck down, dude.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, what do you mean? He's like, we will all get fired if you do this too fast.
I did like John Lovitz.
You gotta pace it, like and stuff. Like he was very like he wasn't in it a lot. But
he had like 2 scenes.
He was like he had like 2 or 3 scenes, but he was so funny. Like that's like hey man, you gotta slow the fuck down.
It was really funny too because like at his job, he's literally like doing the data entry, and he's like, let's see, how many units? 7 units, and he's like 3 units, 2, and like so he's like going really slow, and he's like, hey, quit, slow down, man.
He's already going so slow.
You need to pace yourself.
But he's like going through the papers like fast, and he's like, whoa.
Yeah,
like,
so I thought that was really funny. So
and then cut to when they get their paychecks. They get handed their paychecks, and he's like $187, and John Lovitz is like, yeah, they really screwing you. Which, like at the time it was like probably a shitty wage, but like still like,
but of course
affordable for like the state of living and stuff. But like, and of course he freaks out. Obviously, Josh freaks out about it
being a kid.
Stuff, but like, it's funny that John Lovitz is like, it's like, yeah, they really fuck you over on the fucking paycheck
because he freaks.
But he's
like,
over
oh
here,
my god, 196.
But he's over here being like, hey, slow down.
Yeah.
Don't do your job efficiently.
It's pretty
so funny.
His character's pretty funny, and it was nice just like little like to see him right there. And so he's working at the company now for about a week goes by.
About a week, maybe. Maybe a week. Yeah.
So let's see like if I had this marked down here. I just have it written down. It's really messed up how they let the mom think her son's been held hostage the entire film.
Yes, dude.
Like, because I can't remember at this point or not that he reaches out to her. Mm-hmm. He reaches out to his mom. I think it might be right after this next scene.
Like, he's at work.
Is it before the mall or after the mall?
I think it's before the mall.
Okay, so
because
like,
as soon as they go to the mall and he goes to the store and they do the piano,
that's when he gets the promotion.
He immediately, next time we see him at work, he's promoted.
Okay, so
it has to be right there.
So he calls her, and at this point he's been missing. There's literally
for over a week.
At least a week. They show a scene where he's got like his, he's like on the milk carton. He's like the missing kid on the milk carton and everything. So they have a full blown like search going.
Oh yeah,
for him.
they're looking for it.
Yeah.
Hard.
Yeah, they're so I mean his parents are panicking at this point.
Yeah.
But he calls her and he calls his mom. Of course, he's talking to her and he's not calling her mom and everything. He's talking to her as if he's the kidnapper.
Yeah, he's like Mrs. Baskins.
He's talking to her from that perspective.
He knows not to like go in as mom.
He can't say, "Hey, I'm," because he won't. So she's like, he's like, "Oh no, Josh is okay. Like everything's fine and all that."
And let me talk to him.
Yeah. So his mom says, like, "How do we know he's okay?" So he's like, he's like,
ask me a question. What's something he would know?
That's right. What's something only
and I'll
he
ask
would know.
him and then I'll answer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what is like, what song did I used to sing as a baby?
I know, which quick little funny moment.
That's right, because he was in the office when he was singing it.
Well, quick little funny moment where he's like, "You sure you don't want to ask him anything else?" Because he doesn't.
Because he can't remember.
For a second, he's like,
because he was a baby.
He's like, "Are you sure you don't want to ask anything else?"
That's pretty funny
and stuff. And she's like, "No," like
so
that. And he's like, "Okay." And he's like, "Wait, no, I got it."
Yeah. And he remembers and he starts singing it. And it's like kind of this weird scene because when he calls his mom, he's in the office that he works in. So his mom's like, "What's the song I used to sing him as a baby?" And he remembers and he starts singing it.
He just straight up sings it. Yeah.
He just starts singing it. And it's like, he's singing in the office and it's kind of funny. It's supposed to be this kind of funny scene.
I feel like it's supposed to be funny.
Because people in the office are looking at him and it's like, oh, this is weird because he's in this work environment
Hey,
and he's
weird
singing
guy,
the song.
this new guy is fucking just singing into the phone.
Meanwhile, his mom is crying because
weeping, sobbing.
Who she thinks kidnapper is singing her his
singing
child song.
Her firstborn son.
Like, it's so messed up.
Firstborn child. She's saying,
this poor mom, dude.
I know.
She gets it. It's literally awful the whole film. So
that's the last time we see the mom on screen.
No way, is that right?
Almost.
We don't see her.
I
don't even think we see her
at the end of the movie. He just walks into the house.
Whoa. Okay.
No, we spoiler alert.
So
that's the last scene we physically see the mom that I can remember.
And even weirder, I don't think besides the first scene where the dad,
we only ever see the dad.
The dad again?
We only ever see the dad at the
beginning?
fair.
At the fair, that's right.
It's
the fair.
Only time we ever see him.
Okay, that's weird.
His dad's just not there. Not involved.
Doesn't really matter because his dad's not really involved with any of like the calls or stuff like that. So,
and the mom is the one who's dealing with it.
Yeah.
Like,
so he calls her and is like that whole thing.
Wait, I was wrong. She talks to Billy through the window.
Oh yes,
they have a scene where they talk and Billy,
which is even more, which is also sad.
She's like, I'm just in his room. He had a birthday recently. He's like. He'll come home. He'll be home soon.
Like,
I'm sure
I was just looking through his room.
Yeah, exactly, and stuff. And then that's the last time we see her and stuff. God, this poor woman.
It's awful. It's so
this poor woman.
After the scene, like that scene, he is the big scene, I should say, for big
scene.
The scene.
On
the
all
memorable
the posters.
The memorable.
I went to watch
scene.
It on Disney today, and it was what the like poster.
Oh, like the banner.
When I went to go search it up on Disney and stuff because they have it. Went and clicked on it. It was this scene.
So it's Tom Hanks goes to this big mall and
FOA shorts.
Yes, which I found out a couple things about that too. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, the big scene where they go to this mall and he's being a kid in a mall. You know, he's an adult, but he's being a kid. He's running around. He's playing laser tag with other kids. You know, he's just jumping
riding around on like a dinosaur, like blow up.
Yeah, he's got like this weird blow up, and so he's just like having, you know, and he's all of a sudden like he's playing laser tag with another kid, and then he's like gets shot, so he's like laying on the ground acting like he's dead.
I will say real quick. This was the scene that I wrote down in my notes. I was like. This is where I lost Tom Hanks in it because I was like he did a really good job in certain scenes for sure, like the emotional scenes couldn't be bested. But like the scenes of him being a kid, especially in this scene, I was like, I don't know, and maybe times were different, obviously, in the 80s and stuff. So maybe 12-year-olds were different at the time and stuff. But like, he's acting like a 7-year-old in this mall.
I kind of agree with you.
Like, I'm like, he's acting almost too young.
I agree with you 100%
in this moment. It's, like it, which again, that's part of it. It's the writing. It's like he's playing with the toys in this and like enjoying the like being at the toy store.
He's being a kid
and like being a kid, and it's like, yeah, okay, but like he's 12 years old. He's also got like crushes.
He's acting like like you said, he's acting like a 7. I mean, he's running around. He's like, "Hey, what's your name? Cool. You want to play?" Like,
exactly.
They know they need. You want to play? You want to play? Cool, I'm gonna play. Like, that's what it's almost he's doing.
Exactly. The energy is just like, it's like, you're a child,
like elementary, you know,
but like you're a preteen.
Yes.
At the same time,
he's soon to be teenager.
Exactly.
You know, so he's grown up a little bit.
Exactly. And so it's like, and he's got like, he's very seriously got a crush to where he's getting my man Billy to like do recon. So he can go up to her at the fair and be like, so yeah, I'm gonna ride this scary ride, no problem.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
You know what I mean? Like you don't play laser tag like that. I don't know.
And I don't know.
I wasn't a kid in the 80s. I don't know.
I mean,
I wasn't born.
I guess to give it some sort of credit, like he is incredibly childish through the whole film, like whimsically.
Yeah.
You know, like with the scene where like Susan jumping on the trampoline, all these other things where like he is almost more childish than someone you would expect almost at his age.
Exactly. He leans like, so, there's certain moments and certain scenes, starting from that one, that like it's like too far in the child direction.
Yeah.
For it to be like, no, he's a 12.
It's like it's like someone said,
I know he's sheltered and like got to like live a full childhood, I guess, so to speak.
But there's a difference between 12 and like 8-year-old.
Huge difference.
Personality wise.
Yeah, exactly. And like interest and like how you like behave in a store.
Yeah,
whether
definitely.
You're by yourself or not.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I just like
that
really kind of
stood out to you.
Really threw me off a little bit. Like in like especially like just like going through the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
And stuff. It's like, is this a reminder that he is a child, and so the loss of innocence like message hits harder and stuff? Like,
it could be.
Again, it's not a perfect script. I know I've been saying most of the time here it's a really tight script in terms of like storytelling. Yes. Is that story good? Not necessarily. You know, like I'm like no, he's being a like low-key a toddler right now.
Yeah, he's being very, very
and he's supposed to
young.
be he's almost 13.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
So he was being super childish, like just playing around in there. Whilst he's playing around, the CEO of his, the company that he's been hired to, just like, shows up and he's like,
I'm here every Saturday.
Yeah, he's like, hey, what are you doing? Like,
he's
you
like,
work for my.
He looks at him and he goes, you work for me, don't you?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's like,
which again is kind of funny. He's like, don't you work for me? And he's just on the
like
floor,
standing over
like,
him,
pretending to be dead. Like,
and he's like, are you here with your son? And he's like, no. So he's like,
nope.
He's like, no, he's like, no, I'm actually just here. He's like, I just come here all the time. And he's like, oh, all right. So he starts spending. He's like sitting there. He's just kind of like chit chatting with his boss, the CEO of the toy company, and then the guy says the same thing, kind of. He's like, yeah, I come here every Saturday. You just you can't see stuff, or you don't get stuff from marketing research here.
Oh yeah, you can't see this in the marketing reports.
Marketing
and he goes, and Josh goes, what are marketing reports? And he goes, exactly.
Yeah, you get it.
He just happens to say all the right
shit.
Another
thing of Josh is fumbling his way to like, to the right answer.
Yeah, stumbling his way to the top.
So he's got this thing where obviously the CEO is like, I want to really find out like how to, what do kids really want.
Yeah, you gotta see what the kids are connecting to.
Yeah, so obviously he's walking around with Josh, and Josh is saying all these things, like talking about toys that they're seeing, being like, "Oh, I love this toy, but I hate that they changed this. It's not good anymore." And he's bringing all these ideas that only a kid would think of, and he's
Exactly.
being like, "Oh, that's right. Kids like it because of that."
He's like, "Oh yeah, like yeah.
And this is the CEO's immediately like connecting with him and being like, "Man, you're just bringing all these great ideas." And then boom, they have the big piano scene.
They walk across the piano.
They have a great big floor piano, and there's this really cute scene where they, Tom Hanks steps on it, and then he just kind of starts playing tunes, and he starts playing Heart and Soul. And it's really cute.
Yeah, and the CEO is like, all right, let's move on.
Yeah, and he's clearly like, he's an adult, so he's like, okay, you've had enough. He's not saying it like literally like, hey, all right, you've had enough fun, let's go. He's being like an adult and being like, all right, maybe we should like get out of here.
He's like, yeah, we should move on. Being like, keep talking.
Being a kid, he's like still going on and having fun, and the CEO is like, wow, he's just a kid having fun.
Like,
so
he's just getting into it.
He's really like appreciating it, and he's like, wow, so you took piano? And he's like, yeah, I did.
Yeah, 3 years.
3 years. And then the CEO's like, he's like, I did too. And then he joins him, and then they start duetting the song, and it's really cute, and it's this great scene. It is a good scene. Like, I'll give it like
the best scene in the entire movie.
It's obviously impactful, and
it gets the entire message across in that one scene.
Yes, it's like, very good.
The old CEO finding his like childhood fun again. Like and it just works so perfectly. It literally just works so perfectly.
You get like the CEO who's like the the generational. You get like the gap, and then you even have like an extra gap since he is a kid.
Oh yeah, there's like 2 or 3 gaps.
He's able to like bring them and bring it together, and then they can connect on this like certain level
because they're just having fun.
Because they're just having fun,
and that's what toys are all about.
That's what it's all about, and you don't.
And that's how you can make all that money.
And if you figure that out, you can exploit it.
Yeah, let's go, baby.
And so like, so they have this great scene, and it is really sweet and really nice. And I didn't realize like how huge that scene was, like, or when I say this movie, kind of, I almost putting those hand in hand. Like, I looked it up and found out like that mall is real, or like this toy store is real.
The store is real. Yeah.
FAO Schwartz.
Yeah.
Real mall, and they still have that piano there.
Yep.
So like obviously it's a huge attraction. People go there solely for, to see that, to do the movie thing, all that.
Oh yeah, there's if you Googled right now, like big piano scene and stuff, you would see thousands of videos of people on their social media recreating it. It's like a kid and their dad, a kid and their mom, doing the exact same, like doing that scene.
It's like it was what you would call like an iconic, like moment.
It genuinely makes the movie.
Yeah,
like it's the perfect scene for this movie.
So
for sure.
Obviously they have this huge connection and they bond, and the CEO is like, you know what, you're the kind of guy I'm looking for. You're the VP. You're VP.
You're my new VP of toy development.
You've been here a week. He's been there 1 week.
You've been here a week, and you are now in charge of making sure that all the toys we put out are lit as hell, dude.
It was really funny, and we haven't even mentioned not that there's an antagonist in this film, but there is.
If there was one.
Was one, it's Paul, I think was his name.
Paul is his name.
Who's played by John Hurd.
Yes.
I feel like I most famously recognize him as the dad in Home Alone.
Yes.
It's the same guy.
Yes.
I want to make a connection there, by the way. We just mentioned the toy store.
Yeah.
FOA Schwartz. That's the same toy store in Home Alone 2.
Yep.
And
of course it is.
The dad, since the dad is home, and since the dad is in Home Alone 2, you get that connection.
Hell yeah!
I was just like, boo. I
Like,
love
you're
Home Alone
oh
2,
shit,
dude.
man.
This-
Yeah, that's awesome.
So he immediately like makes him VP, and the antagonist played by John Hurt is like his almost rival. You know, he's like an executive guy.
Yeah, he's an executive.
He's
of
mad.
some sort.
He's mad because obviously Josh is this new up and comer, and he's just pitching every idea that the boss likes. So he just hates him naturally. And
of course.
on top of that,
Susan.
I don't know if it's explicitly stated. I try to like pay attention to their relationship, but yeah. So Paul's
No, they're full blown. They're definitely full blown dating.
are they dating? Are they exes? I don't know.
No, they're full blown dating.
Okay, so they're just dating.
No. Susan and Paul are full blown dating. So the first time, Susan, Paul, and Josh all meet is his first day. He's running down the hallway to fax
he's just
something.
he's doing like errands in the office. That's right.
And they have a little meet cute where he runs into her and they drop papers and stuff.
And he stares
and they're
at her
like,
tits.
"Oh, what the fuck?" Yeah, he stares at, and he stares at her tits, and he sees her little bra coming out, and he's like, It's the first time they really meet, and stuff. And they like do that and stuff, and Paul's yelling at him, being like, "Why are you running?" And he's like,
he's just mad.
And,
Oh, this coffee boy.
yeah, he's like,
know,
"Oh,"
whatever.
and he's like, and Josh is like, "Well, they said they needed these by 5, so I'm just going to the fax. I'm
like
as
making
fast
sure they
as I
get
can
them.
and stuff." And the CEO, again, this is pre the mall and stuff, and he's like, "Oh, it's good to see a little hustle around
Yeah,
here."
the CEO
And
likes
stuff.
it.
And like, so he walks away, and then Paul says to Susan, he's like, "What does he mean by that? Like, I hustle, like, So he immediately hates him and stuff. And Susan's like,
Yeah,
"Okay,
that's
like
right.
whatever and stuff." But like, no, but then the milk jug, the carton with the missing.
Oh, the
child
missing, the
and
missing
stuff,
Josh picture.
that we see that the one morning where they're having breakfast in his apartment, and his or her apartment.
Oh, Paul.
Paul.
Yeah,
because
because they're like living in the same.
They're like. Well, she has her own apartment because we see
they're
her
eating breakfast together.
They're eating breakfast together. He's drinking orange
So they
juice.
have
She's
to
in a
be
robe
dating.
and stuff, and like they have milk on the table and stuff. Like, it's breakfast. They are full blown dating, because there's also another scene later when after the party scene where he shows up looking like Liberace, where she confronts Paul and is like gives him a box of his stuff.
Was she? And at one point, she asked for her keys back.
And she asked for her keys in that moment. Yeah, in that same
But
scene.
I mean, so that
she's like, we're done. Like, you have keys to my, like, they're not living together.
okay.
but
So
they're
it's like an ongoing. It must be like an
they're
ongoing
relationship. They're long enough into their relationship to where they have keys to each other's apartments,
Mhm.
but they're not living together.
They're romantic.
Yet.
They're
They're
romantically
getting there.
involved.
Yeah, they're very romantically, deeply, exclusively involved. Apparently.
I mean,
until
apparently just Tom Hanks shows up. That's
Until
really
Tom
all
Hanks
it
shows
takes.
up.
It's literally all it took.
until he shows up and he's like
he bumps into him. So he in the scene you described, he bumps into him. They drop their stuff, and that alone, I feel like weirdly, she was like already like having the hots for him.
immediately
Even though
she was like, oh, again, it's like we saw him.
Obviously
in the
Tom
mirror.
Hanks is hot.
We saw him in the
Obviously.
mirror.
We're not
Come on.
debating. This is not Tom Hanks hot
I'm just
debate.
saying. I'm just saying. She saw. And like, don't get me wrong, Paul. Like, it's just
I mean,
he's fine.
He's
but
alright. I mean, yeah,
he's all right. But also, he fucking sucks.
he sucks, but he does suck.
Just to talk about their relationship real quick, it's the morning after she goes home, because we have to talk about when she goes home with him after the party, with Josh after the party. The next morning when like they're driving and stuff, and he's like, "Oh, so you just took him home?" Like, and he's all mad and stuff. They're listening to like stock reports like on the radio.
Yeah, it was like
and she's like
corporate.
and she's like, she like
Mumbo.
goes to put on music, and he's like, "What's wrong with you?" Like, and she's
Mhm.
like, I want to listen to music. I don't
Yeah.
listen to fucking people
Just-
talking about stock
just
numbers and stuff. Like,
nothing, yeah.
I want to have fun and stuff. Like, they're like, "This guy sucks, dude." And he gets super drunk at the party and stuff, and he's just like talking about business the entire time. And he's like blackout drunk, stumbling, talking next to her, and then she walks away, and he's like, he sucks.
Yeah.
We
So,
low-key hate Paul.
Yeah,
in this
Paul.
movie.
Paul is
We love him in Home Alone though.
I mean, he's like, yeah, obviously he sucks in this movie.
He's so awful.
But he's like, he has a lot of scenes that are pretty funny. Like,
no, it's hilarious.
because he sucks. Like, so he's made Josh has made VP. Obviously, Paul's like livid, pissed. Everything's going great everything's going great for Josh. He gets a new apartment. Beautiful, beautiful freaking apartment.
City,
but I mean, obviously,
like literally one of the best apartments you could get in New York City.
Obviously, he's making.
And last we heard, he was making
money.
$187 every week or 2 weeks. Like,
I don't know what his pay schedule is, but how has he made enough money within 1 to 2 weeks to afford whatever this apartment is?
To afford that apartment
and a deposit,
a vending machine, a trampoline. All the toys that are in there.
I'm not
the bunk bed. Like bunk beds aren't cheap. Like
I don't know. I feel like this financially, I can't connect the dots here. But
again, the 80s. The 80s sounded really nice.
It's just
like, for a lot of reasons.
Maybe he got a cash advance. I don't know. He had a very nice job, but so he's got like this amazing apartment, and he's like a kid, so he's filling it up with
all his bullshit.
Yeah, arcade machines, soda machines, trampolines.
Hey, I love a pinball machine in my house. If I could have
I mean,
one.
it's obviously like he's got the awesome setup, and so as it goes on, he keeps moving up the ladder, and at one point they kind of have a like a corporate party.
They have a huge corporate party,
like for just a big kind of like I don't know if it's like an end of the year thing.
Before they have that huge corporate party, there is that one scene that is very important for Paul and his like antagonist.
Because he's doing
pitching,
the toy.
He's
doing
pitching the transformer that's a building.
Oh yeah, the building transformer,
and so like
the skyscraper.
The skyscraper. Yeah, it's not a building; it's a skyscraper. He's like Tom Hanks. Josh is like playing with it while he's yapping about whatever bullshit about it and stuff, and he's like, "Oh, I don't get it." And he's like, "What? He's like, "Well, it's a building, and then it's a robot." Okay, great, but like when it's a robot, that's cool. When it's a building, that's boring. Transformers are cars.
They're cool all the time.
So you can play with both of them no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, what if we did, like, they turn into bugs?
He picks apart his pitch.
Yeah,
he
exactly.
Picks it apart.
Just being a kid wanting to be like, well, why would I want this when I could get something like
this?
He
was. I mean, even if
he's not wrong.
He was basically.
Just saying, this is a building and it's not fun until I play with it. Like, oh, come on.
Exactly. Like, he was a kid, so even if he was just basically just saying it's not fun. You know,
he's like, it sucks. Yeah.
He turned around and repitched it.
And the CEO, of course, is like, what a great idea,
Eats
Josh.
it up.
I love you.
Loves it. Like, CEO.
I love you, Josh.
He freaking loves Josh.
Like, foaming at the mouth. Loves
him. He danced with him on a piano. It was I love this guy.
He's like, this is my son.
This is my new son. Yeah.
He's like, this is my son.
He adopted Josh.
He adopted him informally.
And
like, he loves him.
So he repitched it, and naturally that just makes Paul hate him like more and more.
Oh yeah, especially because everybody else in the room who's like low-key on Paul's side the entire time, they're like, oh yeah, no, and then you can make like a ladybug, and then girls will like it. Everybody's like jumping in. They're like, oh my god,
is a good idea.
Like, that's such a great idea and stuff. And they just completely ignore Paul, and he's just like,
he gets
if it was a Looney Tune, his face would have gotten really red and steam would come out of it.
He would have.
That's how mad he
They
is.
totally should have done that because
it would have been so funny.
That is how like what he was portraying, and
that's exactly what he was doing.
So they have this big party, after whatever the pitch, and it was pretty funny because they started off kind of in a pretty nice way where they're doing the setting, they're showing everybody there, and all of a sudden Josh comes down and he's wearing this like white and gold mariachi kind of like,
again, that's what I'm saying,
like
Liberace fucking like bullshit, like mariachi.
Remember Liberace Lily? I don't even know.
A combination of the two, like,
maybe both. Like,
it's a statement piece.
It was he's just like this totally like wacky tux, and kind of I don't know if it is like something. It's just like something crazy to where it was like
real quick. It's a crazy fit. He comes in right after Susan's talking to the CEO. And she's like, "Oh, I like your tux." And he was like, "Oh, really? It's the same thing the maitre d is wearing."
Oh
In
yeah,
my he's like, "It looks like the same thing the maitre d is wearing, like the host, like the like waiter, like basically." He's like, "Oh, it looks like it's the same thing to me and stuff." And so when he comes in and that and like Paul and all his homies are laughing at him and stuff, CEO goes right up to him and was like, "You look amazing.
yeah,
This is so fun."
Yeah,
like,
of course.
so he loves
CEO
it.
eats it
He
up.
loves
him, man.
It's so funny, dude. It's so funny how much he loves him, dude.
He
I
comes
love
in
it.
and he's wearing it, and like obviously it's like wacky, and he's like kind of embarrassed, but then immediately it's like, oh no, it's like perfect for him, and
It's
the CEO
perfect.
likes it, so he's like, and Paul is like kind of hammered. He's like kind of hammered at this party.
this
and
man
he's just
is
like
fucking
he's
blackout.
all
dude.
he's doing is just like complaining.
He's talking about GI Joes.
He's talking about
research.
Yeah, he's just complaining about market boring gibberish. He's like, oh, these so and so's, their design is just a copy of this, and they're just cheaping out on.
God.
It's just it's just nonsense.
It's so annoying.
It's just
dude.
boring.
I can't imagine going to a work party and only talking about more work.
Exactly. It's literally being
it's like, no,
like
it's a
compounded.
work party. This is where we're supposed to talk about literally anything else and get hammered and eat good food for free.
Also,
especially at like this level of like executive and stuff. You literally you're not getting paid to talk about it right now. Fuck off.
Like, you enjoy yourself.
I don't know.
Well, guess who else does that? Susan, because Susan sucks. She also comes up to the CEO and was like, she's like, "Hey, what's going on with the so and so launch or something?"
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I don't even remember what he says, but he's basically like, "Hey, it's a party. Can we chill?"
He says, "Have a drink," and she's like, "What?" And he's like, "Have a couple of drinks.
Yeah,
it's a party."
Yeah,
like he's like, "Don't fucking talk to me about this right now."
She's just so she
she
mirrors Paul a lot in the way that
she
she's
does
like
this,
a corporate
like, at this time.
adult boring
exactly
and
slag. And in this party she learns that she hates it.
And so because
he's like, "It's a party, have fun."
And she
CEO and she's like, and she sees
Josh,
how much he gravitates towards Josh, and she's like, "Wow, he looks like he's like having a lot of fun. He's wearing this crazy outfit.
It's working for him. He's successful and he's having fun."
The CEO goes right up to him and it was like, "You look awesome. You look like you're having fucking fun. Unlike the rest of these fucking shit." My son, my boy, my boy.
So of course he
loves him. He'd never put him on a train and get him out of there.
No,
there
absolutely.
will be blood reference. Didn't think we were gonna get there, but here we are.
Yeah.
But I also love that. I love that scene with all that party and stuff too. One of my favorite things that I thought was really funny. It's so subtle. It's a subtle little funny thing where Tom Hanks is eating. He's eating all the different foods and stuff before Susan gives him like the whale or whatever, and she hates it. And
beluga.
Yeah, beluga, which is insane.
Hold on, by the way.
Disgusting.
They're eating beluga at this party.
He gets it every year. That's fucked up.
They say that. She said that exclusively. Yeah. It's beluga. He gets it every year.
And he's
wrote that. I said beluga at the party. What the fuck? That's what I have in the notes.
Exactly, dude. That's super fucked up. But what's really funny, genuinely funny, so subtle, is he's eating all the weird little foods and stuff. Like he picks up a celery stick that has a bunch of like cream cheese and shit in it, and he just like licks all the cream cheese out and throws the celery stick on the table and stuff. Which, like, mood, I get
pretty
that.
Fun, yeah.
But he takes a carrot and he starts dipping it in something,
double dip, triple,
and
dip.
Then he's like triple. He's just dipping it over and over and over again, and like that's funny in and of itself. But then like it cuts away and then it cuts back, and then if you listen, you can hear the couple who like is right there, like when he does that, you can hear her be like, oh, the tiramisu is crunchy. Like, what's in that? And stuff. And the guy's like, he's like, oh, it's carrot. And he's like, oh, it's kind of, it kind of works.
Like flick the carrot in there.
He's like, oh, it kind of works. Like, it's not that bad. And stuff. But it's like, he was dipping carrot into tiramisu, and that's why he was like, just like, oh my god, because it was tiramisu, it was chocolate, candy. It was candy. And he was like, oh, and they're like,
that's funny,
and like they're just like, oh, like, but it's such a subtle.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. It's so funny. I'm like, that is so fucking funny that this just like backup couple, no name, no, literally just like barely on the screen, but you just hear them being like, oh, like, what's that in the
And that's the only
tiramisu?
way that
Like,
that you'll be able to like find
Mhm.
like, oh, he was chowing
he
down.
was chowing down on like the reason he was
tiramisu.
dipping that carrot over and over again to something.
That's
The
pretty
only
good.
thing that he was obsessed with eating was the fucking chocolate.
Yeah,
Like-
and that is pretty funny because it is.
Like that's so funny.
That is
It
one
works,
thing.
It's subtle. It's so funny.
We said he has like his diet is crazy, and he obviously has
Buddy
like a
the
kid's
Elf.
diet.
Yeah, the
Buddy
Buddy
the
the
Elf diet.
Elf.
I mean, throughout the whole movie, he's eating
God.
candy,
Nothing
milkshakes,
but.
and all this other.
No, yeah, because after the beluga, she's like, "Do you need a drink?" Like and stuff, like trying to like sauce him up, and he's like, "Milkshake."
Yeah.
Like, can I get a milkshake?
So
please?
while he's up there, like
Oh.
eating snacks, all of a sudden Susan comes up to him, and
after Paul drunkenly is like, gee, they just ripped us off. Blah, blah, blah,
Paul's
blah,
been a
blah.
drunk mess.
God,
She's-
him and his homies.
Him and his homies.
Because when she gets up and she leaves, one of his homies like passes out.
Just
on the
pass
table.
snoozes.
Another quick little. That's why I love this scene. There's a lot of like quick little like subtle jokes. Whereas like one of his friends like, yeah, and just immediately passes out right
So
on the table.
you kind of that is nice. Some of you like wouldn't notice on like the first because I definitely did not notice that. So
Oh
she,
no, I was locked in watching.
she yeah. So she's kind of like over everything. She's kind of, I guess, like you said, she's realizing, she's not having fun. She's kind of having this real breakthrough moment. It's kind of shattering a lot of the.
She's not having fun, and she's tired of not having fun.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
kind of making her like having to go through a lot right now, and
Mhm.
she really starts to gravitate towards Josh, because she's
He's up and coming. He's hot. He's young. The CEO loves him.
I'm not gonna say she just jumps onto him because he
what I'm
becomes
saying.
VP all of a sudden.
part of
She's
it-
into him now, and
I
like
think
all this
that
other
I think
stuff.
that's a part of why she
I think
first
she's just-
approaches him.
I feel like this movie just makes her out to be a piece of crap the entire time.
I
dude.
think that's why she like first approaches him, but then she does genuinely fall for him,
I think
which is problematic in a slew of different
For
ways.
imagine why we're
But-
already there now. We can start talking about it. But
But-
like so she's obviously interested in it, and she starts like flirting with him.
Yeah.
And they start talking. She's just like, hey, let's get out of here.
Yeah, he's like, we should leave. Oh, you want a milkshake? We should leave.
Yeah, he's like, all right, well let's leave.
I have a car.
They both
We're
both
going.
leave out of there.
Mhm.
They have like this like limos there.
Oh, yeah.
And he
No,
drives them around.
This is crazy. They drive by his place, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's my apartment. That's where I live." And she goes, "I'd love to see where you live." And then it cuts to a wide shot of the street, and
That's
the
pretty
limo
funny, actually.
reverses backwards,
It's pretty funny actually.
which is funny, but at the same time, it's like if he was an adult man,
Well, I mean, no, but
that
it's
joke
clearly
would like land better because it's like he could be like, "Driver, go back. Like I'm already getting into my apartment," but like
that's the
you know,
joke.
yeah, I guess
That's the
yeah,
joke.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah,
Here's
like,
where
that's
we're
the
getting
joke.
to the problem with this film,
like that's
Jake.
The, like, exactly, that's the joke, but it's weird.
Here's where we're getting to the issue with this film.
Yes,
Because one of the main things that they try to set up with this whole thing
yeah,
is that there is this, amazing, whimsical personality inside Tom Hanks. And he's just amazing, and he's this incredible imagination, and that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And Susan sees this, and she's really loving it. Hey, want to know why all those things are the true? Because there's a 12-year-old boy in there.
he's 12 years old.
Because he's 12 years old.
He's 12-year-old, maybe about to be 13.
He's about to be 13
About to be
at some
13.
point while he's being kidnapped.
Yeah.
He has a birthday.
Yeah,
So
which technically takes it from pedophilia to ephebophilia. Technically, once you're a teenager, that's the technical term.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
just
that's good that we're
it's all the same thing, but there is a different term for it.
yeah.
So she does. I think she technically does both.
Well, I think the courts see it both ways.
I think, yeah. No matter what, you see it both ways. But
so
technically, she does two of the same crime twice, but it's different.
just
names.
you just
So
either
that's,
way.
hey, that's multiple charges.
So they they go back to his place, and they have like the funny scene where he's like, oh, that's where I live. And then so they go to Josh's
Yeah, they're going up to his
apartment,
floor, yeah.
condo, beautiful apartment. And
Amazing.
it's just like decked out, it's
I hate. Sorry,
it's
to
so
interrupt.
cool.
Before they get in there, she's like, hinting so hard that she wants to smash.
Obviously, it's
Which
so
is-
heavy.
which
It's
is-
so heavy how it's laying on right
Which
now.
again, he's 12 years old. He doesn't know. He didn't know his voice was going to get deep. Let's cut back to that. He didn't know his voice was going to be deeper when he was an adult man. He didn't think about that before he responded to his mom, right? And she's just laying it on so thick, which, you know, she doesn't know at that time. I get it. So she's laying it on thick. She's like, come on, guy. How more clear do I gotta be? And he's like, oh, you want to have a sleepover? And she's like, yeah. And he's like, oh, okay. I get to be on top though.
You get to be on top though, because he's got a bunk bed.
Because he has a bunk.
Get it?
It's just,
Get it?
I get
it?
I get it. It's just
Sex with minors. That's
no,
that's what's happening here.
Yeah, when I first saw this movie again, like maybe 15 plus years ago, now that I'm 30, I was like, ha ha ha. She doesn't know he's talking about a bunk bed and stuff. Now I'm like, oh God.
Yeah. And you know, while if you're trying to look at it from like characters' perspectives, you know, obviously Susan doesn't know that he's a kid at this point in the movie.
She doesn't know. But you know who did know? The writers of
the writers and directors of this movie for sure knew,
knew.
and they loved it. They were all about this.
Yeah, and they were like, you know, this is gonna be lit. This scene's gonna be so lit.
So
the movie up until this point, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. We're gonna keep going through it, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. We didn't need all this in the movie for the movie to make sense and to work and get the message. We already had
relationship.
We already had the scene with the piano.
Yep.
We didn't have to do this. It could have been a fun, like, aloof thing. I actually wrote down the scene when they go.
It could have been kind of cute. Like
they go to like a fair kind of a thing or something, and she like eats a hot dog. She gets mustard on his face, and she gets mustard on her face,
and he's like,
oh, you have mustard on your face, and she like keeps wiping it off, but like not getting it, and she's like, oh, is it still there? And he's like, yep, and like keeps like, and she's like she eventually gets it all the way off, and she's like annoyed because it's like an anti like rom-com moment.
It's like, oh, the cute would have been like to. It
would have been cute if he
went
and cleaned it off and stuff. It would have been like a cute rom-com if they were
old.
both adults. But he's not.
He doesn't get it.
He doesn't get it.
Yeah.
So it's funny and it works for this movie as like a naive way to deflect from it.
Mm-hmm.
And yet they still have a relationship in this movie. Like, if you had just done that kind of thing the entire movie,
totally unnecessary.
And
like it's weird.
I'm sorry to jump the gun. If they didn't fuck, if they didn't have sex,
we're getting ahead of ourselves.
I don't care. I'm here. If they didn't have sex and they just did that, this movie I could maybe get the 98%.
So they
like, I'm just gonna go ahead and blow that wide open.
Totally like
if they just done that bullshit, if they just done that, like, oh, he's just naive and doesn't get it, and she's like yearning for him the entire time, and he's just like, ha, like doesn't get it and stuff. But they fuck.
Yeah, so yeah, they eventually we get to the point, yeah, it's weird because I mean, I don't know if it's something about it being necessarily like this is 80s? Is it
88.
88? Definitely think for an 80s movie, you're gonna have, you know, this handsome lead role, young Tom Hanks. You gotta have, you know, some sort of romantic.
There has to be a romantic line. There has to be a through line
for
romance,
this type of movie at the time that it was filmed. Almost felt like they were like, no, you're not allowed to do this without that.
If you don't have a romantic angle in a movie at this time for like a comedy,
it's
drama,
like they couldn't pitch it.
It wouldn't get past. Yeah, it wouldn't get past pre-production.
So it feels like that. It feels like that is very present here because it doesn't need to be in the movie at all.
Apparently very necessary to make the movie. That's all it seems like.
There's no way they pitched the movie.
There's no
being
reason.
Like, okay, you have this guy who's a kid and he wants to be an adult, and while he's being an adult, he finds this attractive woman, you know, and that's a big part of it too. No, like
What's the thing?
part of it was like he's an adult. He loses.
He doesn't even want to be an adult.
Innocence, like
he just wants to be big.
He just what?
He doesn't say be an adult.
He
just
does,
wants to be big.
He wants to be big.
He wants to be bigger. He wants to be treated more like with
which is a
more
great
respect.
way for a kid to say, "I want to be an adult."
Exactly. He wants to be big. He wants to be a big kid. Is what he meant. But the monkey's paw, the genie of the gin genie of it all.
The genie took it literally.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, you're an adult now.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be any more big than this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
it's
like hey, like that's the twist of it all, and like how he goes through all like the hero's journey of the narrative and everything. Hey, I got The Power of Myth by John Campbell up here, the hero's journey and everything and stuff. Ain't nothing about having to have a romantic, not a sexual or even romantic
so he
storyline to tell a good story.
It was totally unnecessary. And
88, I get it. You gotta get more butts in seats.
Man,
ladies love a good romance.
It's the one
I like a good romance when it's done appropriately.
We've obviously like pointed out some of the things that are like stand out or inconsistent with some of the things in the movie, but like that alone like makes the whole movie so weird for me.
Once she goes to like we'll get back to it now. Like once she goes to his apartment and they have that conversation before they go into the apartment and she starts like falling for him and stuff, it really starts and there's still like a good 40 minutes left. And like it just really loses it.
So it's
at that point because now he's like in this relationship.
Yeah, and he's really starting to. This is the obviously the point in the movie where he's really starting to commit to being an adult in a way.
Mm-hmm. I had a thought.
You want to talk about it? You want to wait?
No, I don't want to lose it. So
go for it.
Okay. So maybe, unfortunately, maybe it was necessary for the loss of innocence angle they're going for.
I don't like
your
pitch here.
I don't like it, and I don't agree with it. But I'm just thinking about what immediately happens after they bone. Comes in the next day. He's wearing the same shit Paul wears. And he talks to Miss Patterson, who he was like, hey, can you get me the Super Bowl with the Broncos, cut all the commercials out and stuff, like like he was just being a kid and stuff. He says, get me a coffee.
Gotta get a black
and
coffee.
She's like, you don't drink coffee. And he was like, black coffee. Make sure it's black. He immediately becomes
an adult.
More of an adult.
Yeah, he's an adult immediately.
And that's part of it.
So
that's again, the message was already clear and it was working. I guess what I'm saying is like, I understand why they did it, because immediately after he becomes, I'm really into doing this business stuff. I'm really into like being successful. I drink black coffee now. Like I'm being more responsible. So like I get the thought. I get where they thought, oh yeah.
Well, obviously the saying like, oh, he's become a man.
Yeah.
You know, that's not like an unusual,
exactly. Exactly. I get the thought. I just had that thought. I was like, oh, I guess let me rephrase. I see why they thought it was necessary.
Yeah. I know.
It's not necessary.
For sure. Now, that's probably one of the ways that they were, probably looking at it from that angle.
Oh, yeah. And again, it's the 80s.
It's the 80s, dude. It is a different time, man. That's definitely the way you have to look through this entire film.
Oh, yikes, yeah.
So after they go, and it was the night of, they went back to Josh's house.
Yeah.
And that's not actually where they were. So they go back there, and he actually is not like, what happens? They go back to his house. He's got toys and stuff everywhere. And he's just like jumping on the trampoline. He's like, oh, come on, jump up on the trampoline. Like, it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Just play.
And she's clearly like, no, like, hey, let's go get a drink.
Oh, yeah, she's like, do you have any wine?
She's still like laying moves on him, and he's just being like an ignorant kid.
Oh, yeah, but then he takes her shoes off, And she's like, oh.
Oh, yeah.
The way he takes her shoes off,
she
she's
likes
like,
it.
oh.
But so she's like jumping up, and she, eventually they start jumping together, and she's like, oh, I love this.
Yeah.
He's like fun, and all this thing, and nothing like I am anymore, So, and then they're gonna have a sleepover. So she goes and changes. He is sleeping in like the bunk bed.
Yep. And he's got the top.
And he comes out, and then Tom Hanks, it's kind of funny because she's like laying in bed trying to be all like, sexy, and she's like wearing like she's like wearing like a jersey and,
like
and
some
all
of
that
his
stuff
clothes,
and some of his clothes or whatever. And he just like jumps up on the top bunk,
He's
and
like,
she's
"All right."
like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
So then that's kind of funny. But as it goes on, their relationship continues. One thing, they go on a date. I do have one thing that's
Yes,
in
they
here.
do go on a full blown ass date.
So they go on this one. There's a couple things here. Susan's like having this weird. They have a moment where she's wondering like why Josh likes her,
Right.
and Josh says something where he goes. She's like, well, he's like, why do you like me? And he says, you're one of the nicest people I've ever met. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
She's done nothing nice the entire movie. The moment that the first time Josh meets her, she's chewing out one of the the position Josh is going to fill. She's bitching out that person.
Yeah.
And
For not
he's had
doing a
literally
good
no
job,
other
yeah.
interactions with her other than the flirty and she's the nicest person she's ever met.
And he saw her, he looked at her
He
tits.
looked at her tits and were like,
stuff.
you're the...
in that moment, and when she comes
I guess it
bursting
does
in,
make sense.
when he comes bursting in and like yelling about that person, like if you watch Tom Hanks,
he's staring the whole time.
He
Yeah,
looks at
there's
her
several
ass, like, the
times
entire
where
time, yeah.
he's doing that.
Oh,
so,
you're the nicest person I've ever met. No, she's not.
Nah, dude.
No,
we
she's
know
not.
that's so. I immediately he said that, and I was like, bullshit. That's absolute garbage. And but also they go on a date, where they're just kind of like going out of town, and they go to like not a pier, like some sort of I don't know exactly how to describe it.
Yeah, no, they go. That's where they go with
Is
the
it like a
mustard
pier?
and stuff.
That okay, yeah, because that's where the scene with the mustard.
Wherever they are during that scene, where they're just like out.
Yes, so they're out in like the pier. There's like this fun not carnival, but
not carnival,
kind of like a
carnival,
like, because while they're on the date,
Mhm.
they walk right by the Zoltar machine, wish granting machine, that he made his wish at previously. Also, they walk right fucking by it, and you're telling me Josh didn't lick the... I mean, dude, it's right there. It's right there.
He didn't give a fuck in that
He
moment.
didn't acknowledge it. He wasn't like, oh my God. It was literally not even acknowledged.
No, because he was getting roped into the being an adult of it all.
He was being an adult. And then they have that whole scene, and then later on, that's when they go back to the house. And that's when the
very weird,
awkward, uncomfortable sex scene
so uncomfortable.
happens.
It's so short, but it's so weird.
The
way he like grabs her boob,
dude,
and stuff,
is so weird because you're coming at this from this is a 12-year-old. It just makes the entire thing so uncomfortable. And like obviously you can be like, oh, it's not like, oh, it's these two young adults experiencing love, and physical romance for the first time. It's here's this grown ass woman who's, I don't think it's mentioned. I think she's at least in her 30s, I would assume.
No,
since
if he's
Tom
30,
Hanks
they're
is,
30s, yeah.
And he's a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
And this is
the first time he's ever touched a boob.
And he's literally like he's awkwardly like taking his time, but it's
Low-key,
like
he does
trying
it wrong.
to make it like
Low-key,
romantic.
he grabs it wrong.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
Of course, because he has no idea what he's doing.
Wrong. Yeah.
He has no idea what he's doing, which makes his whole thing make no goddamn sense.
And she's so endeared by it.
So
And
they
she's all
obviously
into it.
they obviously have sex.
Yes,
It's very
because the next
it's
day he
very
comes off the
clear.
elevator and he's like,
It's very he's
"Give
doing
me
the
a
whole
black
he's doing the
coffee."
whole I just had
Ugh.
sex. I'm
Yep.
in a good mood thing, you know.
No,
And
we all know that little stroll you get.
you're telling me this is a 12-year-old boy
Yep.
who's in a body that's not his,
Yep.
and he's able to figure this out to the
Yep.
point where Susan's not like, what's wrong with this guy?
Yeah.
She's like, not only do they have sex, she's like, this is the guy for me.
She wants to continue.
I want to
have
continue
sex.
having sex.
Yeah.
Like I just
Yeah.
I don't understand
Doesn't
that
make any
part.
sense. Doesn't make any sense.
It's the whole thing is so
Again, it's I think you nailed it. It's the forced like romantic narrative, like plot line that they just had to have to make the movie work.
it's so weird. I have
And by
written in
work,
here-
I mean get
yeah.
paid for.
It's I don't know. I have
And
written
they
in
made
here
a
again.
bajillion dollars off of it, and
They
it's
had
considered a
I don't.
classic.
I didn't
know?
actually see what the box office was. It had
I don't know
to
what
have
it.
been, it had to have been
Dude,
good.
they're still making money off it to this day. I just
They're-
I gave
you
them
know
money,
they
I gave
are.
them money today. I watched it on Disney. I just gave them money today to like do this episode. Like they're like
I don't know, man. So they I have it written
Ugh.
down here again. Sex with minor. So just want to clarify that
Just
is what
wanna
happened.
Put this in there.
That
Yeah.
is what happened during this scene.
Yeah.
And that it's obviously the part with this movie that is like the most uncomfortable, weirdest part.
Yeah, it's
But-
so unnecessary. There's no need for it. You could do again. If you go back to the fucking mustard scene and stuff, just do that the entire time.
it
where
would've been
she's-
it would have been all right.
Like she's interested, but like it's kind of like a role reversal. Like he's holding out from her perspective.
Yeah.
Usually it's like the woman's holding out. Like especially at this time period. Like this is the time. Like especially in movies where like the woman's the one holding out before they have sex and stuff. Like no, it's him.
Yeah.
And it's like we as the
It would've been,
audience know
funny, yeah.
it's the naivete of him being a 12-year-old
Mhm.
and stuff, and her just being like, God, I can't crack this guy. Like
It's
what?
but
Like
turns out
like I gotta like da 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 and stuff. And it's like and
still would have been creepy,
it'd be
but a little less creepy.
But you could
but without the
but you could have the whole journey where he figures it all out and goes back and she drives him back and they have that moment where she's looking out the car and is like and stuff, and he goes back in, everything's fine and stuff without them having sex.
Yeah, didn't even
Without
need it.
them having sex.
So, like you
Like-
said, after it happens, Josh is, he's almost like fully blown adult, fully committed. He's got a full relationship. He's got a, job with responsibilities.
Oh yeah.
He's doing all this stuff.
He gets the great idea of the virtual comic book.
He's got a
and
good, he's
stuff
got a
that could
great
make him
pitch.
$1 billion,
Yeah,
like,
he comes up with a
easy.
good pitch, with Susan that they're gonna give to the CEO and everything. Meanwhile, all this is happening. Our boy
My boy
Billy,
Billy.
he's not been just Josh isn't. He's not giving Billy the time,
It's not giving him time.
so he's
And
his
Billy gets that shit.
He's his best friend, and Billy. He's just like, hey man, like where you at? What are you doing? But that's right. Right before that, Billy gets in the mail.
He gets the
The
where
list,
the Zoltar machine
the
could be.
whereabouts for
Mhm.
the Zoltar machine. They find out, which is crazy. That also, I
so
mean,
detailed.
how they were even able to like come up with the idea, like, oh, we'll go find out where these are being shipped.
Yeah.
And then, but they get the list, and then Billy immediately takes it to Josh and is like, Josh, we can do this. We can.
This is where it is.
We can go.
we
You
can
can make your
find it.
wish. You can become a
Mhm.
kid again. And Josh is like, I don't have the time for this right now. He's like, because Billy comes in and like
he's
hangs up on the phone
yeah,
with him.
like having a business call.
And
or
Josh
whatever.
is like, I'm in the middle of like a meeting, and it is kind of funny because Billy literally
Mhm.
like has a
Oh, he's
moment.
like, shut the fuck up.
He has a moment where he's like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah,
you're
the
Josh.
one F word they get in the movie.
They got
He's
the
like, he's like,
one,
Who
yeah.
the fuck are you?
Before they got to the
right
next
now?
age rating, they got their
Yeah.
one F word where he's just like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
He's like, you're a kid.
Who the
all
fuck
right?
are you? Like, what
this
is
isn't
happening?
real.
Yeah.
you're just
We gotta
totally
get you
being
back.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
totally lost in a reality right
Oh
now.
yeah, and he's like, you're my best friend, dude. What about me, dude?
Yeah, what
Like,
about me? And so because he's just totally abandoned his life as a child,
mhm,
and all his other innocence, and
mhm.
things like that. And so after they find it, he has Josh. They they're doing the middle of their pitch, their comic book,
Yeah.
book game thing, whatever it was.
Yeah, like it's like a virtual choose your own
It's
adventure
a comic book that you
book.
put cartridges in.
Yeah, and then you
essentially.
can like choose what happens.
It's like a
and
choose
then-
your adventure book, yeah.
It's
And
not a bad idea, I guess.
it's yeah. So they're in the middle of like a pitch, and Josh basically is just like has like a not a breakdown, but he's just like, I need to leave.
he just has like a revelation.
A
that
revelation,
he needs to
yeah.
go back to being a kid.
He's just like, I can't do this anymore.
Because there's a sequence earlier where there's like a montage where he goes back to his neighborhood and he sees all the kids playing and stuff.
That's
And
right.
he's dressed like a corporate schmuck, and like he does all that and stuff before the pitch meeting and stuff. But about that pitch meeting though, like what I don't get, or like something that I wrote down that I was like, what the fuck? Like I don't understand. So he leaves and stuff, and then Susan's there like trying to like keep it going.
He told so he did tell I
Mhm.
forgot. He did
Mm.
before this happened, after I think it was after Billy was
Mhm.
like, I have the list, we can make you a kid again. I think later that night Josh told Susan.
He does tell, yeah, he confronts
he
Susan.
tries
And he's
to
like,
tell
no,
her.
I'm a kid. Like I'm a 13-year-old kid. Like
You're going to jail. I'm
Yeah,
a child.
like, you
That's
should go to
literally this is
jail,
like
yeah.
a sting.
and she's like, I have a little girl inside of me too. And he's like, that's not. He's like,
It's
that's
like, nah,
not.
that's not what this is.
He's like, that's not. And she's like, oh, you're afraid of commitment. And he's like, no, that's not what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
here.
he's like, no, this is literally, I was a child. I made a wish.
This body has physically
I'm an
only been
adult
on this
now.
earth for 13 years.
Yeah, I'm an adult actually, or I'm a kid actually, and and she's of course,
She
of course
freaks
doesn't,
out,
of course
yeah.
doesn't believe it, because it's impossible. And so then the next day they have their meeting, their
Yeah.
pitch meeting.
Mhm.
And while they're in the middle of it, Josh has his revelation. He's just like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I have to leave.
Yeah.
Goes to go look for.
Yeah, because Billy's like, here's exactly where one
He
is.
gives him the thing, or he's
Mhm.
going to go meet up with Billy, and
Mhm.
and so he just leaves. And then also Susan.
So this is
like,
what I was saying.
So what did
So
she?
Paul
Susan
being the
also
dick
saand like, I need to leave
Yeah,
too.
Paul
But
being
what
the
made
dick
her?
that he is, he says like, he's like, I don't get it. And like that's what like kind of trips up like that's the moment I think that Josh realizes, oh, I'm not being a kid anymore. I'm selling a product. I'm not being a kid anymore.
Okay,
So
yeah,
he leaves.
Yeah.
And that starts that conversation. But then Susan tries to pick it up and is like, well, he'll come back. We got it. This is a good product, like whatever. And the CEO is like, what's the cost? Like, da 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 da. And she's like, well, it's $7 to make, and it's $18.95 like retail price and stuff, which is decent margins. If we're gonna talk business, this is decent margins. Could be better, but and then one of the random Paul schmucks says like, what kid is gonna pay $18.95 for a comic? And then she has a revelation and then leaves because she's like, well, a kid, and then she's like, I have to go, and then leaves. And I'm like, I don't understand what
Was the revelation like
that only a
he
child would come up with.
Oh, he would pay for it.
That only
I didn't understand
only a child would come up with this product after he confessed.
It had to
to
have
me.
been.
Like it had to be that.
I'm glad you brought it because I also didn't understand.
But like, I feel like that doesn't work.
His
for me.
revelation made sense.
His makes sense,
And that's why he was like, I
because
gotta get
Paul
out of
threw
here.
the same shit back at him to fuck with him.
Yes,
But it fucked with him on a really wild level that Paul would never
I didn't know what they
understand.
said that made her
Like,
be like, oh, he is a kid.
That's exactly what they say. As soon as she goes,
I remember,
she goes
yeah.
to defend it, and then and like has like a and then leaves. And like that's what
Okay.
gets her. And it's like
I wanted to make sure because so also literally nothing they said there should have made her be like, oh, he was, he was right, or I should have believed him. It's made no sense. I have no idea
for
what
some
they were
reason,
doing there.
it just connects in her brain.
Something about that
Somehow.
moment and
It didn't connect in
and
mine.
him leaving, she was like, it's real, So she literally goes to find him. She finds Billy.
My man.
She finds our boy Billy, and she convinces him to tell her where he went. Because he's like, "Who are you?" And she's like, "I'm his girlfriend." And Billy's like,
he's like,
you're going to jail.
he's like, LOL, that's so funny. I'm calling the cops.
So, but he tells her, and she goes to meet up with him. It's the same location that they were at before, because the machine was still there, the machine they should have seen. And he is there, and he's in the middle of making his wish.
He's trying to get the coin to go.
Yeah, he's trying to like put it back in to like make his wish, and she like catches him, and then it has all this like, I should have believed you, all this other, whatever crap. And after that, it's, he makes the wish, and is it right after that they just go to drive him home?
Yes.
Is it literally right after that? Okay.
Oh yeah,
so
this movie is an hour and 44 minutes long, and it wraps up
up in
within 10 minutes.
I mean, dude, it's exactly. He's literally an adult and living a like it's the movie Big.
Yeah.
And then the last 10 minutes are like, all right, we got to wrap this up.
Yeah,
like it's crazy.
He is in the middle of a pitch meeting, and then 10, 12 minutes later, he is walking back into the front door as a child again.
So they drive him back to the house, where he lives. And, they're having all this, this stuff, this dialogue. He's saying like, I loved being an adult, but there were so many things that made me want to be, a kid again.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not ready.
I'm not ready to be. Yeah, I'm not ready. I'm still a kid. There were so many things that I still want to do. And there's so many things I want to go back to. There's only one thing keeping me here.
Yeah.
She was like, what was keeping you here? You were keeping me here, obviously, and
disgusting.
It's like, oh, adorable. She knows he's a 12-year-old at this point, by the way. She's still like into it.
The only benefit I'll give her is he goes in to give her a kiss on the lips, and she gives him a kiss on the forehead.
But they make you think.
They make you think
they're gonna make out.
She wants to give him a kiss on the lips, but she goes for the forehead.
I bet you that was not the first take too.
Oh no! they were like, no.
They did, and they were like,
like,
this is a little too much.
You know what? Let's shoot both, and we'll do it with test audiences and see what people think.
They're like, wait, she does know he's a kid at this point. Maybe we should not do that.
She fully knows and accepts it. She needs to kiss him on the.
So they act like
I'll give her that, I guess.
So they have the whole like thing where he's either explaining that, and he gets out of the car, he's walking home. And literally, like, they have a moment where she's still in the car, and he looks back at her, and it goes to her, and she's like, really sad, like somber, and then it goes back to him, and he's a kid again. And he's got his super adult clothes, his adult suit, and it's like all hanging down him, and he's like looking at her, and she's like kind of like amazed, and then he kind of like gives her like a smile. And then she literally gives him a smile back that's just like, like, I love that. I miss that. But yeah, I miss that. I'm going to groom that child. I'm
going to miss that 12-year-old
boy.
13
at this point in the movie.
I feel like
so he goes back inside to thank God his mom, who finally gets to be at the end of all her
and he
pain.
Literally just comes in and goes, Ma,
I'm back.
And she's like, Josh, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then we pan away onto the beautiful street with the beautiful trees, because it's like fall at this point. The beautiful trees. End of the movie. Credits roll.
And it's just him
It's
and
cut back
Billy.
to him and Billy
It's him and
singing
Billy
their song, walking down the
singing,
street.
and it's got Heart and
later.
Soul playing in the background,
Yep.
and it's all cute, and they're just like, oh, they're kids again.
Like nothing happened.
And you're like, what happened? Yeah, what the hell?
And correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm almost positive during that car scene at the very end, she says to him something along the lines of like,
I'm gonna wait for you.
hit me up in 10 years.
I mean,
I
wouldn't be.
remember her
They
saying-
probably did.
I remember her saying something about 10 years. And I'm like, I feel like she said, hit me up in 10 years, bro.
I don't. Well, at this point, who cares?
Yeah,
Because the deed,
once you're-
it's too late.
Oh, hey, once you're 23, hit me up. I'll be 40.
I mean, I just gotta say that was
Or
one
she'll
of
be
the
50.
the biggest, I think, things about this movie is like how they end it just like that. There's like,
like
oh,
that.
he's a kid. All right, back
Yeah.
to it. She's fine with it.
She's
gonna
gone,
live her
she's
life.
happy, nothing to do with the mom.
Moving on.
Mom's life is still ruined.
Also, I guess everybody's just gonna be like, what the hell happened to our VP?
God,
He walked out of the middle of a
Jesus.
meeting and went missing.
Yeah, like, yeah, where'd he go? Like,
The
what?
CEO's gonna be.
We still doing it?
My son.
She go back and she's like, oh yeah, he died.
I know. Yeah, she's not. Is she not going to be arrested? Because not only is she getting arrested for the pedophilia nobody knows about.
Yeah,
Now she's going to get arrested because she's the only suspect in a missing
missing
person's
adult
VP case.
Yeah, a missing executive. Like that the CEO is obsessed with.
Yeah. He's never going to let this case go.
Billions of dollars
He's
looking for
He's
him.
going to bankrupt this company looking for this guy.
Looking for this man because he loves him so much. Oh my God, dude.
I had a couple other like cool, just like
God, yeah, the first half of this movie is like so solid and everything's fine, and then the back half just really fucks it up.
dude. It's
for me.
it's so
Again,
ultimately,
I think 3.6 out of 5 is fair.
Hey,
I think
ultimately-
Letterboxd gets it. I gave it a 3.
I mean, hey,
Like,
3 out of 5.
there's a lot of good in it, but the bad is so heavy.
There's some the bad is weird, and it's just there's so much good. Tom Hanks is obviously amazing. He's
a
really
gem.
good. There's a lot of good performances.
Oh, I'm
like,
glad this led to many great things for him.
the features are great. Like
There's no Saving Private Ryan with him if this movie didn't.
that's
happen.
that's
I'm-
right.
I'm just gonna be completely honest. Like,
I had a couple
I'll
other-
take it, but
I had a couple other like cool, just like random little like side notes that I noticed throughout the movie.
that's it.
One thing that I thought was kind of cool, when Josh returns home
Yeah.
to his mom
Mhm.
when he first becomes an adult
Mm-hmm.
and he goes to the carnival and then comes home, or he goes to the carnival, finds it's not there, and he comes home to try and tell
Mhm.
his mom. His mom is singing inside the house while she's cleaning.
Yeah.
She's singing Chattanooga Choo Choo.
Yes. I did. I
Mm,
noticed that
pretty
too.
cool.
And I was,
Shout
like, I
out.
was like, let's fucking go.
Shout out
dude.
chat, dude.
Let's go, dude. Fucking Chattanooga. bitch. Don't move here. Visit. Don't move.
Yeah, just
don't move here.
Don't. We won't like
we're
you.
good. You can visit all you want. Give us that money, but don't move here, please.
But yeah, thought that was pretty cool. We already mentioned about the toy store.
Yeah.
Also, obviously, pretty awesome. There's a couple similar movies that have been made in the past that
Yeah.
are either homages, recreations, or just kind of
Yeah.
similar ideas.
Yeah.
I think the most popular one people might know is 13 Going on 30.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Literally same idea.
Literally the same concept. Yeah.
It's even the same ages.
Yeah.
13 going on 30.
13
you
going
know,
on
so
30.
she's,
Yeah.
13, and then
Got Mark Ruffalo in there too.
Mark, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
With-
back when he was back when he was a young heartthrob. kind of
yeah,
aesthetic.
young Ruffalo. And was it Gardner? Julia? Was it Julia Gardner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Gardner.
I also had in a reverse kind of way, I had 17 again,
Right. Yeah.
which is Zac Efron.
Yep.
Instead of being a kid into an
Going
adult,
up. Yeah,
he
he
goes an
goes the
adult
other way,
into not so much a kid, but a high school student.
Like a high school student. Yeah.
And then I also
A minor.
yeah, I'm also a minor. I had never even heard of this one. This is
Okay.
a 2019 movie. Same ideas is 17 again, where
Mhm.
it's supposed to be in reverse,
Mm-hmm.
adult becoming kid.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Little. So it's literally like a play on Big.
Oh, wow.
It's literally like
yeah.
pitched. It was pitched as a reverse, like a
Like, hey, what if
reverse
we
Big.
did Big, but the opposite?
It was in
Yeah.
2019. I don't know anything else about it other than that. I didn't look up a trailer or anything.
Yeah.
Weird.
So,
yeah, I don't know. Supposedly they like the one thing that I looked up. I don't know if this is just like IMDb trivia. Like I don't know how accurate all this stuff is, but
yeah.
it was just like the person who pitched it was like the actress who starred in it.
Oh yeah.
Supposedly she pitched it. It was like her idea, so she also got to be made like an executive producer.
Right,
She's like the world's youngest executive producer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I had this idea when I was a kid too,
Yeah,
but
sure,
I didn't get to pitch it to any Hollywood executives.
yeah, that's who you know.
So,
and hey, guess what? I'm sure all those other movies you mentioned, don't think there's any pedophilia in those movies.
I don't know. Is there a love interest? Is Mark Ruffalo?
Mark Ruffalo is the love interest, but I don't think they bone.
There's no boning?
I don't think they bone.
All right. They get a pass.
I don't think they bone. You know what? Let's fact check that. I don't think so.
We might need to be sure.
I'll be just
as
mad at them.
It's been a while since I've seen that one.
Oh, it's been so long. 13 going on 30.
I can't remember exactly how it happens in that movie.
I'm literally gonna type in 13 going on 30. Do they bone? Let's see what comes up. Okay.
I think it's like the similar idea.
What do you mean missing bone from my show? Yeah, show results with bone.
I got safe search on
What the hell? That bone structure. What the hell? Do they have sex? Do it proper.
There you go.
Are there any inappropriate scenes in 13 going on 30? Here we go. Young women tease a young man and a young woman on several occasions. Okay, here we go. Reddit. 13 going on 30. How is it not creepy?
All right, there we go. Okay, so same idea.
Let's see.
It doesn't matter how you pitch it. It's a child in an adult body. Like it's going to be creepy if there's any sort of romance involved.
Okay, this is really funny actually. Okay, so this user on Reddit, 13 going on 30, how is it not creepy? Talks about 13 going on 30 and it's like how it's creepy because of like what happens in that movie. Like, oh, like she charms him with her young mind, and I mean they kiss in the park with Mark Ruffalo's body on top of hers. Like, oh, that's kind of creepy. Yes, aside from skin and flesh, she's 13 years old, no sexual history. Like that's her first kiss. Like, isn't that weird? And so,
skin and flesh.
First comment. If you think a kiss is bad, avoid Big.
No, I mean, yeah. Here we go. I mean, yeah.
That's like it's so funny. That's literally right on the. Okay, so
of course.
I'm gonna say confirm they don't bone in 13 going on 30.
Like,
with that top comment, that's so fucking funny.
It's good research.
It's like, you think a kiss is weird? Don't watch the movie.
Yeah, no, dude. It could be worse.
God, I love Reddit. That was a post from 4 years ago.
It's relevant now.
It's still relevant. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude. So obviously, it's a good movie.
I think it's definitely.
I think it was a charming movie. I think
it's worth watching. The good in this movie is really good. His first night in the shitty hotel that he's staying in.
Yes, Tom Hanks is very good in the
second
movie.
night, like the way that, like the way those, like the juxtaposition between those two, and like him losing his innocence week to week and stuff, like over this like month and a half long period that the movie takes place over.
Mm-hmm.
Like it, like stuff like that is so good. There's so many good moments. Like obviously the piano scene is like, regardless of everything that comes after it, it's just so iconic to this day. Very it's so important for film.
Heartwarming moment.
It's just so important for film, and like how you can get a message across visually in one simple scene. You know, like it's so good in that regard.
Just got to wrap it
up.
But you got to wrap it up in a very weird package.
But however, not all movies need a romance line, especially when it involves somebody with the mind of a minor.
You have a
Yeah.
kid, I think
All
that is
that's
our lesson.
real bad. All that's real rough. Again, 17 again, like the opposite of it. Good. 13 going on 30. Yeah, they kiss and it's kind of weird and creepy, but like at least they don't fuck. Like
Yes.
there's ways to do it. Again, like I thought, hey, I'm not tooting my own horn, but I thought my pitch about like, oh, he's just naively brushing her off and she's the one trying to be like, how do I crack this dude and finally get to bone him, is a fun flip of gender roles, like, and stuff. It would have been iconic if they did that in the 80s, like,
Even if
stuff.
they,
'Cause it's usually the other way around, where
if-
it's like a guy's trying to get a girl to crack.
yes,
you
it's
know?
normally like
Like if you had
reversed
done
and-
that and stuff, and they didn't have sex and stuff, and then the ending would have meant more, like, you know, and it would have been like, still, again, it would have been like 13 going on 30 territory, where it's like it's still kind of creepy and kind of weird, but thank God.
It could have been like,
Like,
if you
ugh.
took their the kiss that we talked about, where it looked like, you know, right before, you know, they say
Oh, yeah.
goodbye,
Yeah.
if they, and you know, they're, and she just kisses them on the forehead.
Mhm.
If they did that while they were still adults, and like that was like the
Mhm.
most, you
Yeah.
know, I feel like that even would have been like really cute. You
Yeah,
know, it would have been like
even if they just like, yeah,
or
even
if
they just
he did that, maybe it would have made more sense, since
Yeah.
she guess at that point didn't know, but he was
Mm.
just like, you know, he was just like, I am a kid, you know, I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
like I feel like that
exactly.
would have been more
Yeah, like
cute
if
than
he had like a
him,
nervous, like,
than him
moment.
figuring
Like, he,
out
like,
how to have
like fumble
sex.
the first kiss,
This
you
is
know,
first
like
sex.
a fumble a first kiss kind of a situation, like, and like that's the furthest it goes. Like it would have been cute and it would have worked, and it would have taken away from all the fucking, what the hell is happening? Why is this happening? Why is this in this movie right now? Energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I don't know.
yeah, dude,
I don't know.
it's a messed up movie.
Again, I'm gonna keep it a 3 out of 5 for me personally. I think the good's important, and it's helped. It's kind of like I might get a lot of shit for saying this. I don't really fuck with Nirvana that much. Like I get it, but like I never really liked them that much.
I
But
like
I know
Nirvana.
for a fact that a lot of the music I listen to and love today would not be here if it wasn't for Nirvana. It's kind of how I see this movie. Where I'm like, hey, that movie got like I get it. It's important. It did a lot of really things right and stuff, but like I kind of don't fuck with it. But I know for a fact I would not have Saving Private Ryan with Tom Hanks if it wasn't for this movie,
This is a big
because
movie
he was
for
able to
him.
show his depth and range.
It's a big
in this
movie for him, you know.
So yeah, a big movie for him.
I-
Hell yeah, it was.
There you go.
What do you think? 5 out of 5, like yeah, stars. Like what do you?
I
like,
mean, if
where would you
I'm-
land it?
If I'm taking everything into account
Everything
on
into
this movie,
consideration. Unfortunately, even with all the weirdness, I'm still gonna give it a 3 out of 5.
I feel
'Cause
like
of
I give this
history.
movie I'd give it like a 2.5 out of 5. I liked it. It
I
was
think that's fair,
charming.
just right
I
down
think
the
it-
middle.
I think it was
Yeah.
right down the middle.
I
I think
think
there's
that's
I had just about as many things that I thought were wrong with the movie as I liked
Yeah.
the movie, but the things that were, like you said, things that were right were awesome.
Yeah,
And they were really good, but the things that were wrong were just so
Way
weird.
wrong.
They were either so wrong where it was like almost morally weird, or it was just kind of like you know, that's kind of like a, you know, that part didn't make sense. You
oh
know?
yeah, it's like there was a lot of like narratively, we don't need this. Why are we doing this? And then obviously morally, there was like, oh okay, why are we? Why? Please
There's
stop doing this.
multiple-
Please
yeah,
stop doing
There's
this.
multiple things there, but
No, for
obviously
sure.
it's a movie of its time.
Yeah,
I think
it's a movie of its
like
time,
most,
for
like all
sure.
movies are.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, if this movie's in your Letterboxd top 4 though, yikes! Don't add me, bro. Don't add me, bro. Don't add me, bro.
Rough time to have this in your top 4.
Yeah, it was a
Or
real
top
bad time
5.
to have this in your top 4. All right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thanks for
I
having
think
me,
this was
man.
a fun episode to do, like a classic. Like people that are just like blanket people are like, oh, I love the movie Big, and people are like, oh yeah, and stuff like of course, like it's like, but like having like a real hard look at it.
You should go back
know?
and watch it.
Go back and watch
If you watched this
Go back and watch it.
growing up, I think
Yeah.
it would be a very good.
If you are currently Tom Hanks age during this movie,
yeah,
if you are adult,
that's
Josh,
a good point.
watch the movie now.
If you have any,
20 or younger,
yeah.
you might like get it.
Yeah,
And
you're
like,
right.
Like you might be like, I can see why you'd be like, it'd be endearing, because like I was like maybe I was like 15 probably when
younger
when I saw the movie.
I imagine most people probably did around that time.
It's not, and like when you're 15, you're like, who gives a fuck about statutory things?
You
like,
don't, yeah,
you're
like,
like,
15.
This guy's living the dream and stuff. And like as a 30-year-old man, I'm like, oh no,
yeah, like oh shoot,
no,
yeah, this is
like
messed up.
No.
And I mean,
like,
right off the bat,
it.
right off the bat, it's like they always say, just like, all right, make this movie in roles reversed.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Fucked up.
Oh,
and then you say, they did 13 on 30. They didn't make a bone.
Oh,
boom,
no, but they
there
did.
You go.
Yeah.
There you go.
See, they did, but they didn't.
But they didn't.
So it's a little different. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, dude.
All right. Well, maybe in the future we'll have some. Actually, Brandon. I'm gonna have Brandon on because there's a bunch of classic movies, bangers that he hasn't seen. I'm gonna do a similar one with
that'll
him.
be fun.
He hasn't seen 7. He hasn't seen Oh Brother Where Art Thou.
Oh my gosh, the
ridiculous.
Soggy Bottom Boys.
Ridiculous, dude. I know. He's like, yeah, I really just watch movies. And I'm like, you've never seen a movie ever, apparently. like you don't know what 7 is.
Like
you've heard of Oh Brother. He literally said, I know. He's like, yeah, Oh Brother Where Art Thou. I've heard of it. And I'm like, you've heard of it? That's all you know? Like, oh my god.
Sounds like he's got a lot of fun stuff.
He's got a lot of stuff. So gonna get him on to do a similar type of episode. But to be tuned into that, follow on Instagram and TikTok, Bad Movie Debate Pod. Follow on YouTube if you want to see us talking about the beautiful moments in this movie and our disgusted faces during other parts of this movie. If you want to actually see them and everything. Audio only on Spotify and all those other places and stuff. Just tune in, tell your friends, watch the movie Big. Let me know what you think. If you're 20 years or younger, actually you probably won't like it. Gen Z's pretty tapped into how not okay stuff is these days, which I appreciate. So watch the movie though, and a lot of things will make a lot of sense. I'll tell you
just
that.
Sticks out to you.
I think a lot of current situations will make a lot of sense to you. If you're like, oh, this is an okay movie for children to watch. Yeah, I think it'll make a lot of sense. Brett, thank you so much for not only being on for this episode, but like more like pitching this episode.
Basically. Yeah, man, absolutely, brother.
This was definitely like your idea. I was like, I want to talk how this movie like low key kind of not like a vibe as much as people say it is.
Yeah, thanks for chatting with me about it. I felt like I needed to get out there and get it out there because I felt like there was a lot to talk about.
Oh yeah, no, okay, and unfortunately couldn't be more relevant. February 2026 is when we're recording this. In case you listen to this like 2 years from now.
Interesting times.
Interesting times. You know what we're talking about. Anyway, thanks, Brett. Bye.
Later, bud.
Oh, good stuff, dude.
Dude, that was fun.
That's fun. It's always so fun.
That was awesome.
It's always a